Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema, and today I have with me
Otacon. I don't know why I always go first when say my name.
And we have Backstab246, also known as Neckbeard246 or Aleksey.
Who else do we have operating the computer
We got
today?
Sen back over here.
Sam back.
Send your ass back
Send your ass back where, huh?
to Minnesota or Milwaukee. Where the
North
fuck you-
Dakota.
No.
Yeah, North Dakota.
No, it was too goddamn cold over there.
All right, there will be timestamps in the description of our pre-recorded version if you want to skip ahead to that. But for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. So how's you guys' week been?
I've been good. Bro, why the fuck does every time your Twitch goes live for my phone, it says, "Lol, you accidentally left me on red."
It always says that for me
that's
as well.
supposed to be like a notification thing because when you
Oh.
send out a notification, you don't even know that.
No.
You can send out a message, which most streamers do, like get in here if you're like Hassan's is get in here if you're a certified freak 7 days a week. So you always put something funny like that to get people's attention.
Gotcha.
You have to show me that.
I legit-
How long have you been streaming on Twitch for?
I don't actually look at the mechanics of it. I just press go live.
Press the go button.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm live. Cool. Hey, could you
nice.
go back to the main screen?
It's just the main screen.
No,
He wants to look at himself
Why?
while we
I
because
talk.
I want to make sure it's working right.
It's
But
working.
he
I
can-
can see it right
Yeah,
here.
he's got the second monitor.
okay,
All right, but anyways, how's you guys' week been?
I've been good. I went on a sick date on Thursday.
Hey,
No, it was Wednesday.
No, it was Thursday.
how was it?
It was great. Spent like 9 hours together.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, dude.
Still trying to pick me up.
Guys went to the mall, you said, right?
Still trying to pick me up. No, we didn't go to the mall. We went antiquing
Oh,
to
right,
a couple
right.
antique shops.
Buy anything cool?
I bought some fucking childhood like Hot Wheels that I found.
Oh, shoot.
Like
could
I
probably
found the
sell them for a
exact
lot of money.
fucking.
Yeah, some of them go for a lot.
I already opened that bitch.
Open
Oh,
it
wait,
or
no,
not,
wait.
you could still probably sell them for a decent amount.
No, I didn't open the childhood one, but like I opened one that's like it works as a bottle cap opener too.
That's
Cool.
pretty lit.
I'm gonna put that on my keychain.
My week was okay. I got a bit of a head cold a couple days ago, so
I
you
wonder
know.
why.
Got the vid.
Got the vid.
Well, you guys are in trouble now then. But yeah, it's been okay. We had a New Year's
Yep,
New Year's Eve party. New Year's
Eve
party.
to
Yeah, just
New Year's
New Year's
party.
party. There we go.
We
Just
got
that,
hella
we'll just
lit.
call it that. Not really.
I don't remember.
Alexi didn't. He
No,
he
I
drank
don't
water or something.
I don't remember that party.
You weren't there.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you missed out. It was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
I
I
want to
enjoyed it.
relax. I'm sorry.
I also
What
tipped
did
someone
you-
like $40.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
You tipped
Oh yeah,
someone that much
the
money?
pizza driver also took a shot right in the living room.
Like, yeah, you want a shot? Here you go.
How about you, Javier? How was your week?
Mine was okay. I went on a long trip.
In
No.
detail, please.
Never going on the bus again.
Why?
Because I can't fit on the bus, Alexi. I'm too freaking big.
You're like 5'4".
Bro, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you say that again.
I wish I was, bro. Like it was so uncomfortable for me to sit down and go to sleep because my knees were crushed into my chest.
First of all, you don't fall asleep on a public bus.
It's not a public bus. You paid
It's like
$300
a Greyhound or something.
for it to get on the
You
bus.
also
think that's what he
paid
said.
to go on a bus as well.
No.
Just not.
Was it a
$300.
Greyhound?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Greyhound.
Then why didn't you sleep?
I couldn't.
Why?
My knees kept popping into my chest. I just explained this.
You should have taken
that
the Bang
bad?
bus, bro.
Oh, snap. Should have taken the city bus, bro.
Yeah. It's
The
like,
city
should've taken that
All the
pussy.
way there.
Not rapid.
Yeah, this is actually a comfortable bus. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys have been.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Rapid's a whole different freaking bus. Than,
They're nice buses.
Yeah,
You're a
'cause
bus.
They're more open. This one was just all, it's meant for trips, long trips. So they just put like a shit ton of seats, not enough leg space, and you're just like, there you go.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
fucking weird looking back on like when I used to go to work like via bus when I didn't have a fucking car. I would take fucking like a bus transfer all the way to the Meyer on 28th and then take a transfer from there all the way down the street to Cantina.
Sounds
And
like fun.
yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
You know,
I had to be like an hour early, like getting ready just to get on the bus.
I don't think I've ever actually been on one of these buses. That
Really?
really?
go
You've
through
never
here,
been
yeah.
on like the public bus?
Wow.
And
I remember the first time I went on the public bus. I thought I was gonna get lost because I never got.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I'm afraid of it.
because I didn't know you had to pull the thing to like stop.
bro, what?
There's a thing you pull?
Yeah, there's a red wire you're supposed to pull.
You just wait for someone else to do it for
Yeah,
you.
that's exactly what I did. Like, can someone like pull that for me?
I think the first time I went on it was with Jesus, I believe.
You just yell, probably. You
we're
just
going
yell
to
at
your-
the bus driver to let you down.
Hey, let me out.
Because we were going to your house, I believe. I don't remember.
Probably, yeah.
And then like the next time I got on it was with a friend. We're going downtown, but he was like, we gotta go pick up bait. So we went on to Division, but we like did like a weird bus, and then we got on another bus. And
Oh yeah, you
up.
went to the Central Station.
Yeah, Central Station. And then from Central Station, I went up Division to stop at a bait shop. And they were like, we picked up bait, and then we went to the,
You went fishing?
and then we went to Subway after getting bait.
That's epic.
That's crazy, bro.
And then we went back down.
All right. That would have been good for the monologue sound bit.
That's
Well,
crazy.
He's our soundboard guy right now.
Well,
We
don't
also
have
got a
that.
soundboard now,
Yeah.
so you guys can listen to
There we go.
cool audio like that throughout the episode.
How very generic.
Hey, we're starting small. You guys didn't pitch me much. You guys
Oh,
were
I
like,
didn't- I-
you
I
guys
was
were
good
like, do
stuff,
the
bro.
Patrick cry.
Bro, I was too busy on my date. I like glanced at all the fucking messages you had.
Bro left us
I
on
still
read.
can't even think of it.
like-
the only thing I can think is doing Alexei's laugh on the soundbar because this is so funny.
Like while I was driving,
No, that's not my
driving,
laugh.
my phone was connected to the Android Auto thing, and like Paige would just look at my fucking screen, and there's just a billion fucking notifications going by.
She was
She's like,
"Dang,
what's that? Like sleeping
This is
cinema.
this
What?
thing I do.
It's this thing I do every Sunday. It's fun.
It's kind of big deal.
Oh, and then I showed her one message, and it was Aleksey saying we should eat cheese.
Wait, why were you saying that? Oh yeah, because that was for the holiday.
No, I was
party.
trying to do something stupid.
That was
Just
for like
something
the,
stupid, okay?
that was for the party.
You didn't
thing.
even fucking bring cheese, bro.
No.
You were here. You live
I
here.
said,
and
I,
you don't
said
have
I had
cheese
no
for us?
cheese,
Bro,
bro.
we should have a wine tasting someday with a charcuterie board.
Ooh,
That'd be
What the heck
fun.
is that?
It's like a cheese board with like
Oh,
some
just say
sliced
that.
meat.
Yeah,
just
but
say
you-
a cheese board then.
Yeah, but you won't have Alexei try the wine. You'd be like, no, I'm too good for that.
Yeah, I am too good for that.
See, look at that.
Know your place.
Get some
Anyway,
Ritz crackers.
as for me, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. So
Fortnite.
They've been
grinding
dragging me
it.
along with it. I've been carrying them though, and I don't like Fortnite, so
Yeah,
Nah,
this shows
bro.
them what it's
You're
like.
such a fucking
I had to
liar.
revive you like 5 times when we played.
Last
I
time you
carried y'all.
last
We
time
got
you
a
played
victory
it.
royale without you.
We got 2 victory royales with me.
Well, you guys got 2 dubs?
Yeah.
Was that
Last
not there?
time you fucking played it, you were like, you know what? I kind of like the game. You know?
I know.
Because Spider-Man, bro. Once they get rid of that, it's gonna be boring again. Okay.
Fortnite's never boring. What are you
Yes,
talking
it is.
about? Never.
All right, but anyways, let's take our seats and let's get into the trailers.
The funny part was
Your face.
was the way back from the bus. I
The
think it
way
was-
back.
Yeah, coming back because I had 2 interesting experience then.
Oh yeah.
Which
story,
one?
bro.
Oh, you mean the ones that Scott said where you were talking about stuff?
Yeah,
All
let's,
right. Anyway,
yeah.
any new movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
Fucking.
I'm looking forward to Alexi's live streams.
You never even show up. What are you talking
I
about?
showed up once.
When?
You always
last
stream at
year?
our bedtime.
Remember, I did show up. I was sitting there talking to you.
You
I
always
don't
stream
know
in the
what-
middle of the fucking night, bro.
That's where I get out of work, bro.
Oh, you're streaming God of War. That's when I was playing, watching you do it.
What?
Oh, back when you played God of War.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I was sitting there.
That was a while ago.
I was talking to you a little bit. I was
That's like
geeking.
6 months ago or something.
Not quite that long, but yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to the new Legends Arceus game, which comes out this month. Which
All right.
it completely blew my mind. Like, wait, the game comes out this month. I was like, holy crap!
I
Time
wonder
flies.
why they're holding off on showing footage
For
It's
what?
gonna be interesting for the
Maybe-
game.
Yeah,
They've
maybe-
released quite a bit so far. Actually,
maybe it still looks bad.
it doesn't look great. It is.
It
yes.
doesn't. He was
But,
gonna say
you
it
know.
looks great.
I
but
don't know why they don't use textures from like Breath of the Wild and
Because
Pokemon.
I don't know.
Pokemon it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm more excited to see what they're gonna do for November because it's gonna be going on in the second year without a like actual main series game.
Good.
Well, I'm happy with that because that means they can get some better quality control going for them.
What the last?
Yeah, so
the
they could
last
have
mainstream
so
game
they
was
could
what,
have
Sword and Shield?
fucking A Pokemon game that doesn't run at fucking 20 frames a second.
Well, the last mainstream game was what? Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
What? I thought it was the Diamond.
No, those are
Those
not
are
main
remakes.
series. Those are remakes, and they're not even made by Game Freak.
Oh.
So yeah, they just made that to appease the fans at this point.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get into the first trailer. The
Yeah.
Batman. Plot. Vengeance equals justice for both the Bat and the Cat. Releases March 4th of 2022.
Sorry.
What do you guys think?
I like it.
It
I
looks
really
fucking
like the way he
boring.
looks. It's dark, very dark,
The action
literally
looks-
and physically.
The action looks really cool.
I like the choreograph that I saw from it. It was very nice.
I could barely even remember it. All I remember is Batman took someone's gun and then he like lightly tapped one of the guys with it.
I already stated my opinion. I think I told Eddie it's probably gonna be like a 6.5, 7 movie when it comes out.
No, I think it'll be better than
You
that.
know what? I
Wins.
agree with you. It's probably like a 6.5.
Because
maybe.
like I'm thinking about like I was telling Eddie like the main character he's playing another same role as like Twilight. Like he's,
No, far from it. No,
I feel like they're doing too much by already introducing Catwoman.
I agree
like
with you
they
there,
should
though.
actually like characterize this Batman.
Focus on the
first.
Batman first. Yeah.
I
And
think
please, for the love of God, don't fucking talk about their stupid dead parents. I don't care about his dead parents.
that's the issue. See, if you want to
Bro,
make a
you
solo
heartless.
Batman movie just focusing on him, it's hard to make something new because it's already been done so many times.
Well, then that means he ain't interesting.
that's why I said it's like 6.5.
One thing I
7
do
movie
find
already.
funny though is
The only thing's gonna save it's the
Robert
action.
Pattinson played a vampire in Twilight, and what do vampires do? They can transform into bats, and now he's playing a literal Batman.
Next is gonna be Man Bat.
Did he even say a word in this trailer?
I think so.
Has he
maybe?
said
I
a
don't
word in
remember.
either trailer?
No, I think he did say something.
I think
He
the
was
What'd he
only
say?
words he
I
spoke
don't
was was with his fist. When that one like Joker crony talked to him, and he just straight up
punched him.
beats the crap out of him. He's like, he just comes out and he's just.
To be fair,
Socks
the
him.
Batman is a man of few words.
He is.
So, if there's a Joker crony, and they're gonna also focus on Riddler,
Yes.
how many?
They're focusing too much on like I see what you guys are coming from. They're
Isn't
focusing
it
too much.
like-
There's Catwoman, Black. Which one is it? Catwoman or Black Cat?
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Okay.
Woman, bro.
What do
They're
you
the
get
same
the other-
characters. Okay, they have.
No,
They're-
I like
They're the same.
Black Cat
They have
way
what?
better.
They have like the Riddler, they have Penguin, and they have
Right.
Catwoman. in these.
Catwoman's not interesting.
No, she's not.
Wow.
Especially this one. This one looks boring.
Like, I don't know.
She's awesome.
Her
Like-
mask
I'm
in this
just a
trailer
big
was a
fanboy
hockey
for
mask, bro.
DC.
Well, not just DC, but specifically Batman and his villains. I really like his rogue gallery. So for me, it's exciting to finally see all these villains in one movie.
Hopefully they don't throw in Joker.
Bro,
I
I've
watched-
never seen you even talk about Batman before.
One thing I want to know is who's playing the
Because
Riddler.
there's not much to talk to you guys about it with.
Yeah,
you know,
I
we all
guess.
have our own interests that we're really into that we don't really talk about with each other.
One thing I want to know is who the Riddler is. They haven't shown any
Like
hint of who the
heroin.
Riddler is.
You mean like
Yeah.
you can always look it up?
But yeah, so
No.
I watched all the
Look at the
Batman
guys.
movies
No.
and shows growing up. So, you know, you would see like an episode or a movie with just them. So it's interesting to see them all together. Because like I was showing you guys yesterday, there's this comic called Batman Nightfall that's my favorite, which has all of Batman's villains on the loose and he has to capture them all before, you know, the
Bane's
city.
gonna
They
break
Is
basically
that-
destroy the city.
Is that the one that's canon to Fortnite?
I didn't play that season of Fortnite, so I don't know.
an actual Batman comic that's canon to Fortnite. What is wrong
Yeah,
with Fortnite?
yeah, definitely. There,
Nothing's wrong with
He,
Fortnite.
like-
It's the comics' fault for trying to collab with them.
it apparently is like there's some story bits that like add to the lore of Fortnite, which I mean,
What?
it's
Yeah, they're-
honestly not that bad.
It's a good story. That Batman story is my absolute favorite.
You know what my favorite Batman thing is?
What?
I don't
Lego
know.
Batman.
Lego
Oh, get
That
outta
was a
here.
good movie. I'm not
I
gonna
never
lie.
actually seen that one. I don't think.
It's
Yeah, that's a
good.
good
I'm
movie.
talking about the games.
Oh, the
Ew.
games were good too. I played them as a
I
kid.
don't like
didn't
Lego
like
games.
those games because
Really?
they brought in voice acting, and I don't like the voice acting.
Okay, fair enough.
Because
You like
I
the
mean,
silent.
it's good for like some people, but like I liked how they did little grunts and they just did they
Yeah.
did like weird hand motions.
Yeah,
and,
that was funny.
like silent comedy basically.
Like Lego Star Wars.
yeah, that was the best one.
I
Oh,
like-
did you see that they're gonna do the like the Lego like whole fucking anthology of movies?
Yeah,
in a
for
Lego
Star
game?
Wars.
Yeah, and they're gonna add
They're gonna
voice
do it in
acting.
Star Wars.
Yeah, they're gonna do another Lego Star Wars, including the new movies this time.
And I think they
old
considered
movies?
maybe a grunts only like voice
Sound?
thing. Yeah.
That would have been cool, but from what I saw in the trailer, they were using the voice actors. So
I think some like news publication interviewed them about it. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're considering it."
that is something I'm excited now that you bring it up, because I'm a big Star Wars fan too.
It
and
looks
so-
cool. Like
to
it
have-
legit looks cool.
Yeah, Star Wars and Lego, boom.
I have
You know,
no
epic.
fucking clue when it
It's
comes
funny.
out. It's been delayed year after year.
It's funny to me that there's only one game I've completed 100. Like there's only 2 games actually I've completed 100%, and it's I think the first Black Ops game
That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
and
bro.
the Lego Batman.
Lego Batman,
On the
yeah,
PlayStation
bro.
2. And I remember when I got stuck, I looked it up, and then they're like, "Here's a cheat code page," and I just did the whole thing.
That's what got me into Batman though. When I was a kid,
The cheat
like
codes?
no, the Lego Batman
Cheat
game.
codes.
Because whenever you would unlock a character, you could click on the computer and it would give you lore of the character. I'd be like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
how they became that character.
Like legit, I think the Lego Star Wars game is like pretty high up in like my top games that of all time.
Me and my sisters used to play the heck out of that game.
I'm sure I probably spent like at least like 80 hours. in the game.
Only
That's-
80 hours?
At
that's all-
least, dude. As a kid,
That's a lot as a kid.
That's how much
I
I,
mean,
put
I
into
don't-
Batman. Too.
I don't recall since I don't have the memory card or my GameCube anymore.
I have it on the Wii.
Oh,
We can play sometime. Anyway,
Man, those games are great.
let's move on to the next trailer.
Yes, let's.
Death on the Nile. Plot. While a vacation on the Nile, Hercule Poirot, I don't know how to say it, must
Is this the mummy?
must investigate
What
the
the
murder
frick?
of a young heiress. Releases February 11th of
It
2022.
looks like a Ford
Is Brandon
movie.
Fraser in this movie?
Brandon
No.
Fraser? I don't know.
So it's not the mummy.
it looked okay. I mean,
It's Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I don't like her very much.
like
anymore.
I said, it looks like the type of movie you watch once, you find who the killer is, and then you never think about it again.
Well, it's based
I
on a
definitely
book.
agree with that.
It's based on a book, and it's a really popular book.
I feel
That
like
doesn't
it's-
mean they should make it into a movie.
Yeah, but
Well, they do a lot of popular books.
I
and
know
we'll
they
see.
do.
Maybe
I know they
there's
do.
some sort of twist or something in this book that makes
Watch
it
Gal Gadot
unique.
be the killer.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like will the book readers will be like, oh yeah, there's visuals now,
Yeah, pretty much.
but like unless
Book readers
they
will already know who the killer is.
they'll already know who the killer is.
There's literally no mystery for that.
Unless it says some bullshit like they're all the killer.
Oh, that'd be a twist.
That's a good plot twist right there.
All
You
right,
guys
ne-
want to know a good movie?
No.
Rubber,
Oh my God.
the exploding tire.
Yeah, I know what you're
What are
talking
you
about.
talking about?
It's
You
a
mean
killer.
flubber?
No. Rubber. It's a killer tire that goes around
That's so
town
stupid.
murdering
Oh, isn't
people.
it like an old classic movie?
It's
Yeah.
not a
Classic.
classic.
It's not
Who
a
the
classic, but
fuck
it's an
knew?
old movie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, how old? Wasn't it like
It's old.
1980 or something when that movie came out?
Up next, we have Minions: The Rise of Gru. It releases July 1st of 2022.
Why do you put that as a plot?
This movie.
I know. I
actually-
put it in the wrong spot.
This movie actually looks better than the first one, in my opinion.
Are you? What do you mean the first one? Like Despicable Me?
No, the first Minions movie.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
I fucking hate the Minions.
Yeah, but they're still funny to watch, you know?
That's a soundbite. The first one was fucking stupid. I hated that scene where they get the prison guards to fucking dance.
Well, May would say otherwise. I hope you know this.
I hate that scene
When they did the finger snapping. Like,
Oh,
right,
Oh,
okay,
because it's like randomness for randomness sake. But you know, like, oh, there's pretty colors. Kids will like this.
and they did.
one thing that bothers me, though, is movies like this.
This I didn't finish my thought.
Oh, sorry.
This one looks better since it seems to have like an actual plot, unlike the other one, which is like, oh, they just go around dicking around,
Well, no,
looking
they-
for someone to be their master.
Yeah, they're looking for the biggest, baddest person they know.
And they
They
finally
do
found their
stupid
master.
shenanigans that don't really amount to anything.
Well, they're also kids, I believe.
Bro, what do you mean?
They've
They're
been
like
alive for
thousands of years old.
Billions
Bro,
of years
but
old,
they don't
bro.
Have, they don't have the brain capacity.
They're
to run.
billions of years old, dude.
To run.
They're dummies.
One thing that bothers me is movies like this, where they're just movies about little blobs, but the animation is too good for it.
So you don't like Bob?
Who's Bob?
Well, the
Bob is
reason
good,
the
yeah.
animation is so good for it is because so many people pay to watch the series that they're able
There's
to
a
afford it.
series?
The Despicable Me series?
There's
Didn't even know that was a thing.
They had 3 movies. The Minions movie. Now this one, that's a series.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like
I thought they had
a
another
TV
one.
show. I thought you were talking
Another
about
one?
TV
Yeah,
show.
probably.
I felt like they have.
No, they don't have a TV show.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
I just mean a series of movies.
Okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so these movies have racked up a lot of money. So,
I might want to turn that can around.
oh snap!
Bruh.
Dang
Like
it.
I said though, fucking Illumination makes things cheap, but it's like they don't really do anything with their animation. They make everything look too realistic.
For a movie that's mediocre at best.
I think
Yeah, like they like realistic in terms of like they don't do any like cool motions or like cool choreography.
You know, it's,
Little
you know, it's
blobs.
fun, you know, it's funny you say that because the movie that we watched for this week is from Illumination, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Like it has fine dance choreography, but it's what nah, you know what? I'll save it. I'll save it.
All right. So what are what are your thoughts your guys' thoughts before going into Sing 2?
I fucking hated Sing.
The only reason why I recommended this movie is because I knew he was not going to enjoy it.
I'm surprised you didn't even recommend The Kingsman.
We already watched
yeah.
it, so yeah,
you guys already did?
we
Okay.
should talk about that.
We
as
will at
well,
the
I
end.
think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else did you guys think, Javier, before watching this one?
Honestly, I was pretty neutral with it.
Really?
I was gonna watch it because I like it's like a kids movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like a real kids movie.
Sure it is.
Like you know when me and Jesus went to go see Paw Patrol. It's not like that kind of kids.
Paw Patrol is fucking
Not like a
lit.
baby movie.
Yeah. This one was more like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sit there like a mindless person. Like this is funny. This is funny, and that's how I expected. Okay.
Bro, we were sad. Like, I like every person in that theater was like an NPC to me. Like, I don't believe they were real.
Why? Because there's too many people there to watch Sing.
I don't even remember how many people were there. I didn't look behind us.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
mate kept saying those show times kept getting full.
What the fuck?
That's for since it came out. She said that it's one of the best sellers for
That's
her
crazy,
theater.
bro.
It is a kids movie, so I
You
mean,
know,
a lot of kids.
probably second place is Spider-Man.
Well,
The baby too.
Second place. Oh come on.
Spider-Man.
Okay, now that's not okay.
Just because it's Spider-Man, like what's gonna
Spider-Man
compete
should be
with-
first.
That's what I'm saying.
Forever.
Sing is second. is
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm
I thought you
saying.
said Spider-Man was second. I was like, what
Spider-Man
the
is first,
fuck?
and then it's Sing.
Plus, Spider-Man came out like 2 weeks ago.
No excuses.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not singing its praises. I'm
Okay.
not-
Yeah, so I like the first Sing movie. It was memorable enough. I like the soundtrack.
My hate for certain characters still stands.
Sequels aren't usually as good as the prequel, so I wasn't sure. I wasn't too excited. I'm like, oh man, this story looks kind of generic. So
It was.
Are they making another another animation movie where it's getting a sequel, but it doesn't need it?
what do you mean?
I thought I seen something where it's getting a sequel, but it does not.
Minions Rise of
That's
Gru.
like a lot of movies. That's a lot of movies. All right, but with that, let's get into the spoiler-free review. Spoiler-free review for Sing 2. Sing 2 was released December 22nd of 2021, starring Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, and Scarlett Johansson, directed by...
Scarlet?
Yes, she played the porcupine. Directed by
That's her?
Garth Jennings. Rated PG. Plot summary. Buster Moon and
I
his
had
friends
no idea.
must persuade reclusive rock star Clay Calloway to join them for the very opening of a new show. What are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
Is that really Scarlet? That sounds nothing
It's been
like
since
her.
the first
It
movie.
sounds nothing like her, dude.
What did you think about the movie, though, before
movie was
your mind got blown?
Actually, pretty good.
It was
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
slightly above average.
That's big praise coming from you, though. So, it's like,
It's better than the first
What
one.
the
I feel like
my mind is so.
I feel like the
blown
movie
right now.
the movie itself is similar to the first one. There's no development too much with it besides them switching locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was enjoyable, and I actually liked it better than the first one.
I don't remember a single fucking thing from the first one. So.
Yeah, the story was kind of like a smaller scale movie in the first one, and then they went bigger in this one. It's definitely better than I expected, and I can see why fans and families like this one more than the first one.
I fucking hate the koala.
You hate the koala.
Dude, how is he not in prison?
Buster Moon.
Dude needs to like unalive himself.
Oh my gosh.
And
What's
my-
wrong with the koala?
He needs to like not be in this, okay? He's a con artist.
I can't believe the whole plot is for a koala to get a
I
lion.
hate the koala so much.
Well,
It's such a bad
yeah, but
character.
I mean, I kind of enjoy it for how simple it is.
I
Because-
don't know, man.
It gave you time to kind of like, I don't know, look around, like kind of explore this world more. Because in the first one, you were like in this one small little city, and even then, you were like in the theater, the small theater.
You're about to make me act up, bro. Why the
Wait,
fuck?
what?
Why the fuck is any of this like? Why is any of the characters fucking animals? Why does this have to be an animal-based movie?
Because it's a kids movie.
It's
You're
fucking
overthinking
stupid.
it. You're overthinking it.
It could have been CGI. It could have just been fucking animated like dudes instead. They don't do any fucking comedy like with them implying that they're fucking animals.
You have bad
Well, I
timing
mean,
with
you
that.
could
I know
go.
I can't because
There's not one memorable thing
That's-
that them as animals do.
That's
I don't
how
know.
it is in a lot of American animated movies.
I don't know.
that are
That
animals.
porcupine really.
BoJack and
blew my
Zootopia
mind
do
in the first
such a
movie.
good job.
Dude,
Yeah, but BoJack is more of an adult.
Zootopia?
Zootopia isn't, but I don't know. That one, people
Zootopia
didn't like.
wasn't even that much
People
singing
didn't
in
really
that.
like that one for because of that.
But it was
because got too
creative.
realistic.
They did something with the idea that they're fucking animals. In here, they're the fucking world is exactly the same
Well,
as
this
like
is why it's
any
meant for
fucking
kids.
animated
yeah, it's more
movie.
marketable
For
to have them
kids.
as animals for kids. Yeah, you
That
can
and
get
they
a
can sell the
plush. You can
toys.
get a plush of a koala. Would you get a plush of like a human?
if you get a plushie of a koala, you have issues.
I understand your hatred for this.
Of
Yeah,
that koala.
For this movie and probably for the whole freaking studio that makes the movie, but you also have to realize all these movies that they throw out is meant for kids, not
And
for
it's meant
grown-ups.
for-
Well,
It's
just
meant-
because it's meant for kids doesn't mean that they don't deserve
It's
something
also-
good.
From this studio, it's also meant for profit. Because if you think about
They
it
did
from a
make profit.
profit perspective, it's more marketable to have cute little animals than to have humans, standing around singing. Like just the celebrities' faces, kids are gonna be like, "Who the heck is that?" I don't
Yeah, I
care.
wouldn't want to watch Scarlet.
Why did they even bother like with breaking out these like big fucking big time actors if they're like
Again, marketing.
Because
The parents are gonna want to go if they see like, "Oh, that's Scarlett Johansson. Now I'm gonna have something of interest to
I
watch."
didn't even
this
know
movie."
so
Scarlet had
fucking
those kind of
stupid.
pipes, though.
It's
bro.
always been that way for animation.
She could sing.
Since
well, are
Since
you
Aladdin-
sure it's even her, bro? They could have just had someone.
Maybe.
ever
stand in
since
for-
Aladdin was created, they used celebrities to market animated movies for kids.
Aladdin was great.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
Aladdin
the
was great.
remake.
But ever since then, people saw the success of that movie and they were like, "Oh, now we need celebrities in all our animated movies."
And then when you think about with Aladdin though, like not a lot of people bought Aladdin themselves. They bought Jasmine because they like
Who?
her.
Oh, her.
Yeah, her character because it's marketing for girls.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That they're trying to make it where they make a profit, and animals like them are very cute and
You're an
profitable.
animal.
I see.
There's
I
plenty
see,
of fucking ways you could make an interesting animated character
see
that
your
isn't just
point.
a fucking animal.
I see your point from an artistic perspective, definitely, but from just a marketable movie, I guess this is the best they could have done
Yeah,
it.
that's why I fucking hate
biggest problem is just
Illumination.
designs.
They cut every fucking corner and they like get every fucking focus group just so they could get the most amount of profit for their shit ass movie.
Isn't How to Train Your Dragon? No, that's in DreamWorks.
That's DreamWorks.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
they're a lot more riskier with their movies.
And it usually pays off. Especially those How to Train Your Dragon movies.
And I'm
are-
surprised that you guys, you two specifically, like this movie since you don't like musicals.
Who?
I like.
Javier and Aleksey.
I
I know-
enjoy musicals to an extent.
I know. I overall don't like musicals.
Because
but
this
if
is
it's in
basically
if
a
it's
cheap
in-
excuse to have an animated musical. So
Yeah.
If it's an animation, I'd watch it. But if it's normal musical, I think they're pretty boring. But that's because I'm not really into watching humans dance and sweat and stuff like that.
And
dance and
sweat.
sweat.
Yeah. I'm not really
He's
into
got
that.
this. He
I'm
just
not-
has a problem with sweat.
I'm not into that kind of stuff. But when it's animals, it's like, this is funny.
So you want to see animals dance and sweat?
Yes, it's funny. But not in real life, because then that's just abuse.
What? Yeah,
I definitely don't think this is the best movie, but it was enjoyable enough that it kind of made the time pass by for me.
There was almost no fucking character
No,
development
there
for
was not.
anyone.
I agree.
This is
There
still
was-
the spoiler free, right?
Yeah, it's still
it's a
spoiler
spoiler-free.
free.
We're not spoiling anything right now, technically.
No,
speaking,
you're not.
So.
No.
Bro,
none
I
of
could
this
spoil the
spoilers.
whole fucking movie and it wouldn't matter because no one would give a shit about this shitty
Bro,
ass story.
Bro, that's a lot. There's a lot of people that enjoy this freaking
Yeah,
movie.
that's true.
Bro,
Well,
guess what? The good guys they win out in the end.
That's how you have to do it in a kids movie. If you have a dark ending where your dreams don't come true, kid.
If there's like a bitter ending, with like a good lesson, it could be
Think
interesting
about
for
Kung Fu
kids.
Panda,
Yeah,
bro.
I definitely agree with that. But the thing with doing that is you're risking, having parents basically lash out against the filmmaker.
I can see that.
Yeah, because you can't have a fucking decent thought in Hollywood.
It'll help the kids grow
Fucking
up faster.
sensitive parents don't know how to fucking how to teach their kids
Yeah, again,
anything.
it's about marketing.
They're
It's
trying to have
either
the movie
it's
teach
either
them.
we have a real story that upsets
What
families.
the fuck?
Calm down, Jesus. Calm down.
Oh man.
I definitely see where you're coming from, and if it was meant for an older audience, I would agree. But since this is
Like
like
meant for kids.
a kids movie, yeah,
My main problem with this movie is just designs.
the character designs.
Like I nitpick at like designs, and when it comes to a movie like this, an animated movie, I will look at character designs. Like, you know what, that bothers
that's
me.
fair
and I don't
criticism
like that.
as well. Like
the-
what
Well, what does-
specifically?
it's a fucking gorilla in a fucking leather jacket. Oh.
No, the
And
gorilla
it's the
was
same
just
fucking
fine.
outfit for the first one
The
too.
gorilla was just fine. It's the I don't wanna get into
Everyone's wearing
spoilers
the
'cause
same shit from the first one.
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about some of the new characters. Okay.
Oh, like the cat?
The monkey.
Like
oh
the-
wait,
Guys,
yeah.
wait,
Was
we're
it a
not
cat?
supposed
The
to talk
daughter.
about that yet.
See,
Yeah.
fucking
That's
spoiling
spoilers.
everything,
Yeah, I'm not
bro.
spoiling anything. That's I'm trying to like avoid that.
Where do you guys rate it out of 10?
That's a 5.
You just went down, bro. We angered him so much. He went down from
Fuck
a
this movie.
6.5 to
Fuck
a 5.
Illumination.
Alexi?
7.5.
Mine, honestly, you know how I said it was an 8 yesterday?
Yeah.
My fiance talked me into it, like talked me from comparing it to all the movies that are getting high ratings. I think I'm bringing it down to like a 7 to a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, nothing
I don't want to think about it.
like this movie as an entertainment, like Alexia said, and for entertainment, I feel like it's a 10
Solid
out of
10,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, it's entertaining enough where if you're a brain dead person like me, you're just gonna go in there. This is entertaining.
Sheeple.
But for like a plot wise, they don't have a real
Now
plot.
that plot is hot
You
garbage.
you just read the plot out loud, and that's literally the plot.
What the fuck is the point of this movie where like after the movie is out and you watch it once, you don't even have to fucking think about it anymore because you could, if you really like the soundtrack, you could just listen to the soundtrack. Never even think about this stupid ass movie.
Well, that's not true because I bought the first one.
I think for me,
that's your case.
I'm
yeah.
giving it an 8, and the reason it's an 8 for me is because the dopamine that I got while watching this movie. Because I was smiling and I was like,
You were enjoying it.
I was enjoying it,
Well,
and
that's
it
the
put
thing.
me in a peaceful mood, and it was.
That's why I say it. For entertainment wise, it's a 10. Like I could sit there and watch it like 6 more times. I'd be like, this is great. I have
6 more times.
I have no problem with it. But like for plot,
I probably couldn't do that.
I'd get bored, you know, because there's no like entertainment plot.
Yeah.
I
could
could
probably
see
watch
that
it
it's
3 more
something you
times
could
at
put on in the
best.
fucking background and just fucking just don't care about it.
See, I like to actually pay attention. That's the reason why when I watch like real like The Witcher, I can never actually watch The Witcher as a serious TV series because it's so boring. But I know the plot; it's super good. Mm-hmm. So that's my issue. Like stuff like that. I'd play The Witcher in the background, but I would never play Sing or Sing 2 in the background. I would actually want to watch it.
What the fuck?
The way I rate my movies is I always do it based on itself. Like I'm rating it by itself, and then if I was to compare it to like The Prestige, obviously this
Yeah,
would be
don't
like
do that.
a 2 out of, and The Prestige would be like a 10. But I break it down based on like what this movie's about, who this audience is for. Basically, just do it based by itself.
That's why I still like.
get
That's
that.
why I said it's like a 6.5, 7. Because 7 is average. It's not saying it's garbage, but I'm saying it's okay. You know, it's a good movie. It's entertaining enough where you go in, you're not going to be falling asleep on it like Jesus wants to, but he can't because the music that they use for it, it's good. You know, it's decent enough for people like, yeah, I can bop to this. You know,
It's a
I can
bop to
agree to your
this.
ratings, though. I can agree to your ratings. That's probably the best way to think about a movie when you're watching. Don't compare it to other movies.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to compare it to similar movies like Sing 1, that's understandable.
But then, like for Sing 1, I gave that an 8. I feel like that's an 8 because that was the original when it first started, you know. And by itself, it's good. I like it. I like the soundtrack they use for it. I mean, I listen to the soundtrack for God's sake.
Yeah,
while
it's
I'm
a
at
catchy
work.
soundtrack.
You got Jesus over here. It's like this movie's garbage.
It is
but
garbage.
But the soundtrack, it's okay.
And he's entitled to his opinion
His
as
opinion
well.
is only half wrong.
Let's compare to some online ratings. Critics for Metascore gave it a 49 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter is 68%. Audience and IMDb is a 7.6 out of 10. And Rotten Tomato audience is a 98%.
When he showed
Fucking
me that
brain
audience
dead.
score, I was like, what the hell?
What showed you which
Like,
one?
What? The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes? That was crazy.
It's a
I
nine.
told you that people enjoy the movie for itself.
It's just a bunch of parents jerking off over how they could get some time alone,
That's
time
probably-
away from their
yeah.
stupid ass children.
and again,
Dude, no chill.
The average rating for all of these scores is 72.75.
and this is why I say it's like a 7.
One thing I don't like how I'm rating lately is because every movie we've been encountering lately, I've been giving it like a 7 or 7.5, and I feel like it's a cop out. Like, that's just saying 50%, you know?
It's like a pretty good rating.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it feels like a
bad
cop-out
movies
time.
only come around once in a while.
I don't
Like,
I
I
don't
just
believe
don't
in
wanna-
that.
Like really bad movies is what I mean. That would
I don't want to get stuck on it because that just
Merit
makes
like
me feel
a-
like I'm neutral, you know? I don't want to be neutral. I want to have a definitive good or bad.
Well, I guess you could. Whenever we give a rating, you could break it down as to why.
Why it's that rating?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think due to like major movie releases, I think it's like 70-30 in terms of bad to good. Probably.
It was funny because you think about Sing, and Sing was one of the other movies that they hyped up for the end of the year, wasn't it?
I don't see anyone
The first
fucking
one?
talking about this
No,
movie.
like the Sing 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was Sing 2, Spider-Man, and then Kingsman were the top movie, and The Matrix were the top.
Yeah, and the best
top,
performing ones were Spider-Man and Sing 2.
Which Jesus, like I said, it does not approve of that, not at all. It's wild because Jesus is dogging on this movie, but when you try, like, I remember when I was trying to buy the early release pass, like to watch it,
Oh my god.
It's sold out.
it
Yeah.
was sold out. It was completely sold out. So it's like the fact that happened, I'm blown away.
It's for
I don't see that like I don't see how that's a good point because I mean if it's a kids movie there's gonna be at least maybe 2 or 3 people per seat since it's fucking
That's true.
they're dumbass parents and then the stupid kid maybe multiple dumbass kids.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I found funny though?
what?
Is at the theater, most of the people that went to it were actually like around
Adults.
our age.
Yeah, I know. There was 2 chicks that sit behind us that were roughly around our age. I'm just like, why are they here?
Yeah, it was like a bunch of white chicks.
Oh, and, when Javier was telling me like, bro, it's just the trailers right now. I can let me finish my Pokemon card game, and then the people are like, it's 6:35, bro.
They're
It's like, oh, okay. I'll just.
I don't even think they were legit talking to you, but
I felt like.
you felt they were.
They were saying
Yeah,
it
like,
loudly
oh,
so that he would hear it.
Okay.
It's like, what time is it? Oh, it's 6:35.
Like, okay, I'll just put that away.
I know. He closed his game. He's like, I just concede and just laugh.
I thought that was funny. Like they were calling me out, but it was just the trailers, dude. Like the lights were still on and everything.
I had a better time sitting there in a blank fucking room making fun of Aleksey for eating glizzies rather than watching the movie.
Or the glizzy.
If that was the
Bro,
entire
glizzy's good?
experience, I'd give that an 8.
Bro, was the glizzy's good?
Shut the
He
hell
ate them
up, man.
bitches raw.
Oh, yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, no condiments or anything.
He's not like- he doesn't need any lube or anything for
Fuck
that.
on, guys. Fuck on.
He just like, what?
You also have one.
Yeah, at
But
least
he
I
put ketchup on
yeah,
his.
Bro, put lube on it.
Now, before we jump into spoiler free review, like, comment, subscribe. Also, check out these guys on their social media links. And we are also on most
you
of the
have to word it
podcast
like that?
platforms, so give us a listen anywhere at any time.
Are
Are we on
PlayStation?
Webkins?
Webkins. That'd be epic.
Are we on the PlayStation.com?
No,
They
I
have like
wish.
a
Are you on
I mean,
Club
they
Penguin?
legit have streaming. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Are we on Club Penguin?
I mean, I guess we could.
Oh, Club Penguin.
They're
I
fucking
remember
dead,
seeing us.
bro.
Yeah, it's
It's
dead,
over.
but there's probably some like
Yeah, there's some dedicated servers.
Yeah.
Bro, their comments are wild on TikTok.
Let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion.
Now you can. dash on it.
Let's take an in-depth review of Scene 2. Let's start off where the scene where Buster gets the crew to Crystal City.
Fuck Buster.
Buster's trying to bust a nut on all.
So after being told the show wasn't good enough for the big leagues, Buster feels discouraged. Nona convinces him not to give up on his dreams. He in turn convinces his crew to not give up either, and they all head to Crystal City. I personally like the design of Crystal City. It was like a kind of like a Las Vegas inspired.
Yeah,
to it.
that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, that's just Las Vegas. Yeah, it looks like shit.
You didn't like it?
It's just Las Vegas.
I guess I like the Crystal Hotel they were in.
Like there's big shinies, but then you're like, oh, it's just Las Vegas.
I kind of like the whole new design, like the design for that. It was just pretty to me.
I also liked how they took a moment to like cut the audio off and just have like a scene where they were on the bus. Like you could just see them interacting.
Practicing?
Yeah, see them practicing without having to hear anything really happening.
Didn't you have this? Didn't you criticize that in the fucking the Sword Art movie though?
What?
When
The
they were
travel
like,
scene?
yeah, they were traveling or whatever. Or was that a different fucking movie?
I didn't
know.
like the
Oh,
travel
it was the
song.
My Hero one.
I didn't like the travel
where
music they
Deku's
used.
traveling with the fucking hobo kid.
That was horrible though. It was,
It was the same thing.
These were two characters who didn't need the interaction because like we all knew he was a throwaway character and nobody cared for his little stupidness.
From My Hero, the little.
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
kid with-
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the character we don't even remember the name of who did absolutely nothing. But these characters I actually had an attachment to because of the first movie, and I like to see them actually all bond together.
What's your favorite aspect of one of the characters?
I like
liked-
the porcupine.
I liked how the gorilla comes from a family of crime, but he doesn't want to live that lifestyle.
He's
He would
honestly
rather
my
pursue
favorite
his
character.
dreams.
the
Yeah,
gorilla and the
exactly.
porcupine are by far my favorite characters in the show in the movies.
Yeah, I agree
They're
with
cool.
that.
They're cool. They can sing very well.
Whoa,
Versus
that's
little
crazy.
versus kid who's like, oh, I want to be a pilot, and suddenly I can fly a plane in My Hero.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I love Rhodey that much.
Oh, you remember his name?
What is
Yeah.
wrong with you, bro?
He's a more interesting character than almost anyone in Sing to me. Like they throw out one throwaway line where Nona's like, yeah, you have to work at making your dream come true and shit. And like, yo, that's a fine lesson. But I don't know. It's then they just like cartoonify it where like everything starts coming easier and easier for him.
I wouldn't say that. He
After
was
he-
literally almost killed twice.
Who
Buster
was?
Moon.
Buster.
I would have been happy if he did.
So the story, the lesson of the story is lie to everyone to get your way,
That's why he bothers me so much.
Aleksey does have this
and
principle.
he does.
and that
Everything
counts as
illegal.
hard
He does
work.
everything shady. But he still gets
shady to get his
The
way.
shadiest character. How is he not in prison? He should have been in prison since the first movie.
But some people get away with that for their whole life too.
That's true.
He does things on a grand scale. He destroyed an entire theater. Not only did he flood the theater, but he flooded it with water that wasn't even his to begin with. He
it
stole
wasn't
that
his
water
fault.
from a different building.
Hey, from the original movie, that was not his fault. That
It
was
was.
the freaking gorilla's fault.
But
No,
he still
the
siphoned
bear's
water.
fault.
He
But-
siphoned electricity. He is a thief, and he needs to get put down.
He could put down.
I mean, all of those fucking koalas have chlamydia, so they should be put down. Honestly,
Oh, no. All right. Buster getting his show started. So after convincing Mr. Crystal to let him do the show, Gunther and Buster work on a script. Meanwhile, each character struggles with their own issues. I like to see how we each got screen time with each of these characters, and we got to see them overcome their own problems. Yeah, there might not have been like much added to it in terms of like, character depth, but it was still cool that we got enough screen time for each of these characters to see their issues resolved.
why the fuck did Rosita get scared of heights?
That was the
That's
most
reasonable.
random.
For
that
plot,
was-
I feel like that's
so the movie
reasonable.
could happen. So the movie could happen.
But she literally was like, I never had this problem before.
Did she
Yeah,
ever
I
go
think
up that
that's
high?
reasonable. If you ever go like on a high dive board and you're fine with heights, it can be terrifying if you're pretty.
But she said she was fine with them.
Yeah, but I think
She
the issue is
also-
she never had to jump off
And
of
then
one.
they never explain how she. Whatever, it's fine.
I think that's
Like
reasonable.
I think it was like a better conflict of her getting kicked out of the lead role for the daughter or whatever.
Yeah.
legs were too long.
But like they shouldn't even have bothered with like the fucking heights thing. They could have just went with the subplot of having to kick her out for
The daughter.
the daughter.
Yeah, I feel like it was at least like
Like they
needed to give
only
us
did
something.
But
that.
they had to suggest somehow to get her off the lead role because Rosita was by far
by
The better
best-
actress.
Yeah, the
By
better
far.
actress. You know.
But they literally pulled that out of their ass, like the reasoning.
Well,
They
what
could have
else?
done something else, like the stupid kids that she has are like in the hospital dying or something.
Bro, we're not trying to make it that deep. Chill.
Did she get more kids in this movie?
No.
She had like an extra 40
Yeah,
kids or something.
some white girls in the back were like, "Yo, she got like, she got hella kids."
Well,
Which
she had
I-
like 20 kids in the first movie, and now it looks like she doubled that.
Maybe.
Also, why are they all they're like constantly like sexualizing these fucking animals?
That's true. That is
Like
one
Rosita,
aspect
the fucking
specifically
wolf.
about it.
Rosita.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That is one aspect I didn't enjoy about it. But
Alexi said this is something Alexi said during the movies. The wolf.
The wolf had way too long legs, bro. That shit
And-
looked uncomfortable.
And then Houston say, "Man, furries are gonna get a kick out
Field
of
day with
this."
this.
They can't even see the movie because it's just covered in white.
Oh no!
gosh.
Bro, there was like a big ass stain on the fucking ceiling. Like, wait, I was gonna make a joke about it, but I'm like, nah, that's too gross. I was gonna like
I saw it
bring up the
too.
scream
Bro,
too.
that was all Alexi right there. With
Yo,
the
chill.
glizzles.
He's all like, man, that wolf kind of bad though.
All right, next, Buster and Ash meeting Calloway. So Portia steals the spotlight, as you guys were talking about it, from Rosita and is horrible at acting. Meanwhile, Mr. Crystal learns the truth and threatens Buster to get Calloway on the show. Buster and Ash travel to meet Calloway, who initially refuses to join in on the show. I think his reasoning for not wanting to be in it was interesting, because this is where they actually tackled a more serious issue, kind of like you wanted.
Why'd you skip the scene where they break in?
They break in?
Yeah, and
the
then,
breaking and entering.
Then they're fucking
Oh.
super amateur, stupid. They didn't even have fucking costumes on.
They
didn't even bring their stupid ass props into the show.
I forgot about
They
that
did, bro. It was.
You forgot about that scene?
I forgot to put it in the script.
Oh.
I didn't forget about it.
Bro, what do you mean? They did break in.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but how they broke in was, it was amateur, but they actually had their props with them, remember? Because freaking
did
the
break
girl,
in. Yeah, but they
the
did-
girl was walking around with it the entire time after they're sweeping or mopping.
No, they
Was it
brought
mopping?
them, but when
they
they
weren't wearing
went
them.
when they went to audition for Crystal, they were just wearing their normal clothes. They didn't even have the fucking signs.
Because they weren't going to audition as janitors.
Yeah.
No, but my point is, they have all these fucking amazing shows that he clearly doesn't like, but these fucking podunk losers with their average fucking, they didn't even have fucking background music. It was all a cappella. They somehow just because like, oh, you know this one guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like the villain in
'Cause he's
this
a big
movie
guy,
is
though.
shallow. He's like the movie producers, they care about the profit.
They only care about the one guy that
He
actually
didn't even
has a-
verify it.
He's
though.
the
That's funny
embodiment
part.
of illumination.
Maybe they were throwing shade at themselves.
I didn't think that scene of them sneaking was significant enough to put in the script, but I mean, if we want to talk about it, we can.
I just wanted to bring it up just because it led up to like, oh yeah, all these amazing shows like are looked over because for this like subpar group.
They have shit security in that building.
It was just one gazelle, literally just in the counter.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you're not on the list, so get out of here. And then they just boom. And she doesn't
Also,
even,
that mopping scene went on way too long.
that mopping scene with the chameleon though.
I hate her.
You
I
hate
fucking hate
her?
that chameleon. She's the worst.
Bro, she's funny to me.
I like her role in this movie better than the first.
Well, in this one,
She
she's
had
actually funnier.
one or two good jokes, and it was only because of the music picks for the Ferrari that she was in. Like that whole scene where she was getting shot at by Calloway, I thought it was fucking lame.
Pew, 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 pew.
So some thoughts I have while watching this movie were more like lore wise, like are all the underwater creatures sentient? Because we got to see the whale in this one throughout.
There was, oh yeah, the whale.
in the very beginning.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So it made me it made me think like I wonder if there's like an underwater society.
That'd be lit, bro.
Third movie's Atlantis.
I don't
Probably.
know. Jesus would be shitting on it even more.
Dude,
It's
the
a-
water setting's kind of fucking boring.
And so I was also wondering, since they were in Las Vegas, do they have gambling in this world?
Yeah.
I'm assuming so.
Slot machines and
They
stuff.
do have gambling.
I mean,
'cause in the first movie, the mouse, he's straight up
Oh,
gambling.
right. That's right.
Since it's a generic ass world where it's just a one-to-one copy of the real world, yeah, they do have gambling. I'm like 100% sure.
I missed the mouse. He was
Yeah.
the best character.
I didn't like him.
He was a cool character.
Hey, buddy.
All right. This was my favorite moment is to see the show being set up secretly. So after being killed, Buster and his friends. Wait, I didn't mean to put killed. After being murdered.
Murdered.
So after being caught, Buster and his friends almost run away because Calloway convinces them to take the risk and put on the show anyway. Mr. Crystal was gonna kill Buster initially, but then they escape. He managed to escape because of the assistant. Johnny gets his dad to be a security guard, and they all sneak onto the stage. They even get Portia to join in, but as a switched character with Rosita. So in the end, everyone resolved their conflicts, and the show was a massive success. Definitely the best part of the movie because I love the soundtrack, and I don't know, it just leaves a good memory for me.
I think Jesus put the dog on this, so let him go first.
Well, I do got one thing to say. I did like the slight development or the self-awareness that the wolf has, the daughter has when she says, I may have overreacted. So I'm like, okay, acceptable.
At least she
I
understands.
guess that was fine.
Like I said, at least she understands that she overreacted.
She overreacted,
over
but that
part.
doesn't change the fact that the father now wants to kill him.
Yeah.
For real.
That's why she kind of renounced her father when she was singing her musical number. He was like,
Yeah, that
"Get
was
over here."
nice, yeah.
She's like, heck no, I'm going to keep singing.
I liked her musical number.
Yeah, I did too. This is what I'm saying. This was the climax of the movie. And it was
Bro, how'd you skip over the conflicts of the stupid gorilla and the elephant?
the gorilla and the elephant. Oh, you're talking about their dance number? Well, there's a lot to talk about.
Well, no, I mean, they're
The
they're
problems they had for the movie.
yeah.
Because
Like,
those are the only two that I don't
there's
see
a
had the
big
problem.
chunk where
Yes,
there was
but the
about the
elephant's
gorilla.
kind of boring.
All
I
right.
like the gorilla.
Well, the way I always write the reviews is I just pick the biggest points because there is a lot to talk about. So if you guys have points like as usual, we can bring them up.
All right, yeah, the elephant, I didn't like her. I never liked her since the first movie. I think she's a boring character. She's not entertaining to watch.
I give you that. She was the most generic, and in this one, she's like, "Oh, I'm in love now." And it's like, okay, that's
her
cool.
character literally regressed from the first movie.
Yeah.
She got confidence in the first movie, but then she regressed again, and now she had to find her confidence again and get those stalker eyes towards the end of the movie as well. Like, oh, she had stalker eyes, bro.
But I liked the
Johnny, I
gorillas.
think?
Yeah, Johnny's conflict. Because when you have like an authority figure that's trying to that's basically hating you and telling you to do something, even though you're trying your hardest and you still can't do it right, it's nice to see it like finally resolved and earn that respect.
Hazel's probably my favorite plot point.
Yeah, I was going to say like that's probably the most not hated part of the movie for me.
Was when Johnny was learning to dance.
Especially during the final scene
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
the final battle.
where he
Yeah.
overcomes. That was great.
And I will say the soundtrack's fine. I'm not mad at the soundtrack. I'm mad at
the story.
illumination, the characters, the animation, and the story.
So
So
everything
almost
else,
everything else. Yeah.
everything else besides the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He
that
just
was.
hates
I agree. That
illumination.
was a good scene. Especially after the first time of practicing, he had the shakes in his hands because he was just so frustrated and
overwhelmed,
overwhelmed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you got the SpongeBob colors and tape? That's cool. I just realized that.
Yeah, so I know which ones to mute. They got a little tape right here if you look on the,
Oh,
Very
yeah.
smart.
for whenever I record by myself
Gotcha.
or stuff like that. But yeah, lastly, the scene. This isn't my favorite, but I just have it because I needed to put the last scene. The last scene where the cast, they all go big time. So their show was a success, and they get to perform it at many bigger venues. It's a happy ending, but not in an over the top way because they kind of leave it like, oh, here's our show at this big venue, and then we don't get to see it. Definitely loved it though. And I hope they don't make another film.
They will.
I'm
It's
sure
gonna
they
be
will.
I'm not
trilogy,
sure what
probably.
else they could do with these characters.
Like you
They're
said,
gonna
Atlantis, bro.
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna be the
pitched them
same
an idea.
introduction as the last one, except they show the big Las Vegas venue.
One thing I find stupid, very dumb, is Crystal, the wolf. He was so like enraged that he couldn't see how much money he was missing out because of his rage. He had his entire building was sold out technically, even though they set it up for free because people want to see this. But he was so enraged by trying to kill Buster Moon, which I totally don't blame him. He needed to go. That he lost out on probably like at least $1 million.
And then he goes to jail at the end.
Yeah.
Of it.
Yeah, he
goes
goes
to
to jail
jail.
because of that. It was like, come on, dude.
I thought it was weird how they had the cat at the end be like, "I love you."
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, the
His
cat
little
was
cat
gay,
sister. You guys
bro.
didn't pick that up?
No.
Oh,
When he was being
yeah,
arrested,
yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
"I
yeah.
love you."
To who?
It reminded
the
me.
wolf.
It reminded me of Smithers from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
where he simps for
You're trying to blink on
Mr.
it.
S-
The little
cat-
cat
the
assistant
cat
with the
assistant.
notepad.
Oh,
Yeah,
that cat.
The
Okay.
cat was in love.
You were
with
thinking about the
big
cat
wolf.
that was dancing.
trainer,
around.
yeah.
Oh, the trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
when
She-
did that
she's a
happen?
weird cat design.
Yeah, she was very thin.
She was a street
like
cat.
noodle arms.
Yeah,
and
She-
stuff.
it's,
you
a
know-
street cat, a wild one.
You know who
Okay.
she gave me a
I
vibe
feel
of?
like.
Was the weasel from Suicide Squad.
No, I
The
didn't get that
weasel.
vibe.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't,
thought
I
you were
didn't,
gonna say the weasel from Ice Age.
I didn't get that vibe.
Oh, man.
Well, it's
at
because
all.
how she looked. It's 'cause
Not
how-
at
You know, the
all.
one thing that I dislike about almost every musical, not just this one, but it's pretty prevalent in this one, was the fucking scene with Johnny where they're just talking normally and then he busts into song.
Yeah.
And
Well, she's-
everyone's okay with it. In fact, they're all cheering. They're
They're
like, yeah,
joined in
let's
on it,
go.
yeah.
They're all fucking sheep, just
To be
like the
fair, he
audience.
does have a good voice.
Well, it's because they're she remember the cow. She's like, how do I know you're real?
Yeah, I know.
To
I
be
get
fair,
that.
Even she said, like, what the hell? What the
But
fuck
like
are you
in
doing?
any
She's
musical,
like, you are a weirdo.
but in any musical where they like transition,
Yeah, the
from,
transitions aren't
from
as
like
smooth.
real dialogue to like straight singing, it's super awkward.
Facts.
What do you guys rate it out of 10? Your final rating?
It's a 5.
It's a 7 still. I'm not
7?
Gonna, I'm not gonna go
Still
down.
7.5.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna go down
okay.
or up.
I'm gonna stick with 8. I still had fun with it, and I think this was probably one of the best discussions we've had for a film.
One of my biggest issues is, like I said, character design and the fact that Buster Moon is still in this.
Some of the set design was
I
you know,
loved it.
it was kind of okay.
I loved it.
For me, like one of the best designs I've seen in the movie is when they first go to the hotel.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm saying. The
Like the
Crystal
f-
Hotel.
Yeah,
I
when they
can't
first
even
walk in,
remember the fucking
It was
hotel.
so pretty. It was like they put
Yeah.
a lot of design into that
Yeah.
to make it like seem realistic, and that's what Jesus isn't like. But like that when they first like,
It's because they limit themselves to these like quote unquote realistic things, but then they sometimes break their own fucking rules. Like with the set design, like they make a fucking real, like mechanical looking spaceship. Like I don't know where they draw the line where like, oh, this is too far, this isn't far enough in terms of
I kind of wish
the realistic aspect of their fucking world.
I kind of wish there was set designs that are actually similar like that. Like, you know how when the lights darken in the theater and then they had like the galaxy show up? I kind of wish we had set designs like that in real life, but no.
How the fuck did that little koala ride that bike in the beginning?
Very fast.
No, how? He can't even reach the pedals.
Because the
he's
pedals, it's
suited
custom
up.
bike.
Yeah, he's a custom bike,
The-
so it's
the-
up,
Was
so
it
it's like-
custom?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he just took it from someone.
No,
No,
the
that was his
pedals
bike he had in the
were
first
Alright,
movie.
alright.
very up high.
It's part of the lore for
Stupid.
the universe.
You know, Aleksey, what was your favorite scene in this movie?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask you guys.
Yeah, you
my
went,
favorite scene was
we kind of went all over the place. with
Yeah,
this.
sorry. We were just getting so much discussions.
my
for this one.
favorite scene was when Johnny was like the entire training he does, and then him overcoming the snobby monkey.
I said that was honestly my favorite scene when he learns to actually dance.
And
Like,
when
confidently,
he overcomes
yeah.
it's great.
yeah, I think that's probably one of the best scenes in the movie for me. Besides the ending, because the ending's always
Yeah.
going to be fantastic.
I did not like the last song.
The last song?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. Oh, it was
I
Calloway.
forgot.
Yeah,
it
Cal,
was.
I didn't like it
You
because
didn't like that song?
look, it's because I have
The
higher
singer,
expectations for Ash.
the guy who plays Calloway is Bono.
Yes, my expectations for Ash were very high because I really liked her first song in the first movie, and that set my expectation for her like really
Yeah,
high.
but she didn't write her own song this time.
I get that.
She just did a
I
collab
get
with
that,
someone else.
but I still didn't like it
Do
very
they
much.
have
in this.
any original music in this?
Probably
They did
not.
in the first one.
This
mean,
one
in
they don't.
this.
I don't think they do.
This one, yeah, I don't think they had an original
Nope.
song.
Which is sad.
Unless we're talking about Ash.
That's what I liked
When
about the
Ash
first
was
one.
introduced, was that an original
I
song?
did see,
When Ash was introduced again in this
Oh,
movie, was that
right.
an original song?
Maybe that was.
No, that was not an
It
original
wasn't? Okay,
song.
I didn't
That
hear
was
it very
definitely
well.
a cover.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
it
but
very
other
well.
than that,
the Wolf Daughter. I think that was an original song.
yeah, but hers wasn't really that memorable.
Maybe.
Because
That's
she was her character when they threw her in there was like last minute decision.
I liked her singing voice.
You gotta
just
like
because,
her
just
accent,
because she had a New York accent.
So her actress was Haley Bieber from Halsey. I said it wrong.
You gotta like how bad
Whatever
they
the
made,
heck.
like
Halsey, not even Bieber. Halsey.
yeah,
Wow.
Halsey.
you gotta like how good of an actor she was at portraying being a bad actor in the play. Yeah, so you gotta admit that
No, I don't.
the good actor did a very good
Captain's
job.
I don't have to
Wow.
admit anything.
Why not?
I don't have
You know,
to admit anything.
you know I'm right.
I don't
Captain's
believe you.
log.
You know I'm right.
We're on a
I don't feel like
deserted
I don't feel it's
island.
that hard to pretend to say it bad.
Fair enough.
All right. So, yeah. Let's read some online reviews. This is probably the most in depth we've ever got into a movie.
Yeah, I disagree.
This is one of the studios where Jesus either really hates.
It's definitely one we had a lot more to say about,
Yeah,
for,
that's what I
especially
mean.
for an animated movie.
Fucking sing.
Yeah, and it was on Sing. This IMDb audience member gave it an 8 out of 10. If you haven't seen Sing, the first movie, I recommend seeing it before you watch this one. There's a lot of carryover jokes and information you need to see first. I disagree with that. Other than this, you should just enjoy the movie. The entire family did, and the kids were laughing. There are plenty of singing, dancing, and hit songs. The script is easy to follow. Their characters are funny, and the movie isn't slogged with politics, sex, or drugs. It's just an
Exactly.
entertainment in the way a movie should be made.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Fucking
These
Parents just want to sedate their kids into consuming pure fucking garbage.
You're
that
right.
has no message.
You're right, but that's what sells.
Yeah, and
You know-
that's the most
you know
pathetic
something
thing
funny?
about the world.
So
Like
yeah,
this-
that's more of a societal fault than an industry.
The
Yeah,
fact-
that's why I fucking hate Disney for like they're like, yeah, no, we can't do Owl House after season 3. It's too
Dark.
Too complicated.
It's
Yeah.
too complicated. Yeah.
It's super funny to me because with this guy saying like he recommends seeing the first one, but like I
You
think
need to learn the lore.
I don't think you even need to watch the first
No.
one. You could just literally jump into the second one. It's its own movie. In
I
a
wouldn't
sense.
recommend it.
My brain wiped the first one, so it's basically like I never saw the first one.
But that's just my opinion. You don't even need to see the first one.
This Metacritic reviewer gave it a 75 out of 100. Sing 2 is like having a mainstream radio station on in the background. It's enjoyable and not in the least bit challenging. And
That makes sense. Yeah.
and sometimes that's enough.
Hear that, Jesus? It's just enough.
This Rotten Tomato,
Sometimes it's just enough.
this Rotten Tomato audience gave it a 5 out of 5. Good from beginning to end. We all like the first one, but we
all
like
liked.
this one better. Great story. Really love Miss Crowley in this one. Puh.
I agree. Mr.
Oh
Crowley
my
was really good in
god,
this.
the fact that Javier was busting out
Bro,
laughing
way
it
too
was
much.
Miss
funny.
She was not fucking funny,
Bro,
bro.
it's just funny. I told you when I went into this movie.
She was some ass,
Bro,
bro.
when I went into this movie, this is a movie meant for like people with brain dead mindset.
My favorite part was when
I
she
went in
into
this
Drill Sergeant
knowing that
Oh,
it was going to be similar to the first one, and I was fine with the first. I even bought the first one on my own because I enjoy the song tracks.
You couldn't even bother to make a fucking creative name.
You know,
They
I
just call it
didn't
Sing.
think Miss Crowley would have such a easy job of keeping everything going when Buster Moon went to see Calloway, but it surprised me how easy she was a hard ass. Bro.
I know, right? She was like, okay, hard
surprised
ass
me.
mode
I thought she was
on.
gonna
I was
fuck up.
legit disgusted with her.
Legit disgusting.
Just
Yeah.
repulsed at the sight of her.
Especially when she got that apple stuck in her eye. I'm like,
That was
bro,
gross,
get this bitch off the screen.
But no, like this movie is just straight meant for people who don't want to think about anything, just want to come in and just have a good time with the movie. And that's all I did. I went in, I had a fucking great time
You
watching
saw the pretty colors.
the pretty
You
colors.
heard some songs you've heard before.
Hey, I'm the one
Actually,
who gets
I-
interested in pretty colors. not him.
Actually, a lot of the songs I didn't actually hear before.
I said you heard some songs that you've heard
yeah,
before.
there's some. They don't even play some of those songs though in the actual real.
And some of those pop songs I don't even fucking like.
I don't even recognize most of them.
I like the covers, some of them, like my favorite character Johnny when he did the Shawn Mendes song in the restaurant.
Yeah. Well, another
yeah,
one.
I know that.
I'm
Another,
so tired of that song.
another one was when the wolf daughter when she jumped and she started singing that song.
All right.
I try to remember it. That was another song that I enjoyed when it was popping.
I guess that'd be my favorite song.
character grew
She did a good job.
Yeah, she's got a good because these are singers and stuff.
But like it's just meant for like people who just want to have fun and relax. It's not. I get it. The studio overall is not your freaking studio. You don't like any of their movies, most of them. I don't know how many of
But
them.
I think that's more of a fault of America and society than it is the studio's fault because they're just giving the audience what they're asking for.
I like Despicable Me 1.
Yeah,
That was different from them, yeah.
that's because I was like, isn't that like their first like big movie?
Yeah,
was-
and it's been downhill ever since.
That was the first time they broke their formula because they had been doing Dr. Seuss
And now they're
movies.
doing the exact
Oh
same
my
thing.
god, those fucking doctors.
They broke their formula, but now they're back and they don't move away from it.
I hate how they ruined the Lorax.
Yeah, okay, I give you that one. That
forgot
was
about
pretty
that.
bad. All right, Rotten Tomatoes critic. They gave it a fresh. I'll happily take the upgraded animation and narrative and sync to, even if it requires sacrificing some level of music quality. It's superior to the original, which isn't something often said of sequels.
I don't think so.
It's not very hard to fucking top. It's just a fucking musical.
I don't think it was better, but I think it was probably just on par.
It's shinier.
It's more colorful, yeah.
It's shinier for the baby brains, the smooth brains.
Okay. If you put it from that perspective, yes. So it makes it better.
Like this review just said, they're like, oh yeah, I'm fine that the music kind of is shittier than the first one.
But yeah, this is
it's
what
shinier.
This is what I keep saying. This is what audiences want because this is like an American fault because all these reviews have been like that.
Yeah.
So it's
What-
like the
Did you
masses.
put any bad reviews in?
Huh?
Is there any bad reviews you saw or no?
I can check if you want. Yeah.
I'm curious
I wanna see
though.
what
Bad
the
review
feedback
segment.
is,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I am curious because this movie.
All right,
this
let me
movie
see
has
if I
such a high
can
rating from
sort
the audience.
by
I'll keep talking shit about Sing while you look.
review rating.
Well, you have so much shit to talk about.
Why the
Can
fuck?
I fix it more?
They were talking about the fucking
Let me do like
elephant and the dude like kissing,
Oh,
right?
that's 10 out of 10. Let me-
And
You don't
like
even see
they
that,
didn't even
though.
fucking kiss.
Well, you don't
Okay.
even see it because she imagines her freaking
Okay.
Okay.
her person that she
we
was
got
stalking.
some bad reviews.
Yes.
I
got
guess this
one
could
out
be a
of 10.
fun segment we can start doing from now on. Reading the bad because usually it sorts it from the most helpful or the
Oh.
most upvoted, and now now I sorted it by the lowest
I
score.
think
Hey,
it'll
Not
be good
just
to see
Sing.
what the bad reviews
Eddie,
are.
but the only thing is, this is gonna be the only time you hear Jesus go out because it's the studio's fault with their one-sided like.
Like I keep saying, I think that's people's fault because they enjoy this movie.
Yeah. I basically paid them to show me shit.
Oh no, it was closed out. Hold on, give me a second. It's gonna take like a second. All right. Is this one?
I love Jesus.
All right. Here we go.
Where,
Was it like
1
that?
minute before.
No, it was like the other
What
one.
do
you guys rate it out of 10?
10.
Really? That was quite the change.
All right.
All right, 1 out of 10. Stupid animation. I'm tired of stupid animations. Stupid animation is clear to everyone.
Fuck
Make the cartoon less expensive and at the same time cut down a good box office. I do not advise you go for it. Do not let those who created terrible animations sit on 2 chairs.
That
This is-
wasn't well structured.
It was not. No.
All right, this other one. Not worth the money to see it. The movie felt forced with the humor and jokes. There was maybe a handful of chuckles throughout. The music was awful. Seriously, a movie about music released in 2021 and the best they can do is using songs by U2
Music is subjective.
would have been better if the musical numbers were more current.
I feel,
Also, there was no need for a sequel.
You know, the problem with like making an animated film about fucking music is that depending on when you start this project and when you fucking end it, any of these songs are gonna be fucking super irrelevant.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that
Takes a long time to
Review
make
was
a
more
movie.
based on their music taste. I think.
Yeah. So it seems like a lot of the people who critique this
Oh shit!
aren't like critiquing it for
The actual animation, but
for
more
any
being
of the
picky
quality,
about,
but
like,
just
the
nitpicking
music,
like
yeah.
Aleksey does.
I nitpick.
But you actually expand on your topics here when we talk about it. They just do what you say initially and write that in their
They
reviews.
illuminate a bunch of shit.
And again, it's not the studio's fault. It's our dumb mind's fault.
Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. Because the reason these movies keep selling out is because audiences want it.
Oh, so you're trying to say Spider-Man's the same way then?
Well, that one, it actually has a good story.
That
to
one
it.
was built up to it. Okay, this one
Yeah.
had no build up.
I know, I was just joking, okay? Don't
was just joking.
don't beat me up. I'm just joking.
Why the fuck do none of the pig noses like have actual nostrils?
In the first movie,
they're
it did,
literally
didn't
like plugged up with extra putty or whatever the fuck they're made out of.
Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question. I don't
Check
know.
out our previous podcast. If you've enjoyed this one so far, we upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. All right, now for a spoiler-free review of Steven Universe, the movie. Steven Universe, the movie is released September 2nd of 2019, starring Zach Callison, Michael Dietz, and Estelle, created by Rebecca Sugar, rated TVPG. Plot summary. Steven thinks his time defending the Earth is over, but when a new threat comes to Beach City, Steven faces his biggest challenge yet. What are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
I liked Steven Universe. There's some points in the plot where, you know, some of the characters aren't really great, but I liked the movie well enough that I'd give it like a 7, 8.
I'll give it a 6.5.
I love the songs, even if, you know, some of them don't hit. Like I just compare it to the show, and I love a lot of the soundtrack in the show.
Definitely, yeah.
Facts.
I've never seen the show, so this is my first time seeing any Steven Universe content. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I didn't even know it was musical.
So what did you think about it?
Like I said, it was okay.
Nice.
Just
Javier?
okay.
What about you, Javier?
What was the question?
Oh my
Spoiler-free review.
Oh, the sport. I mean, when they first announced the movie, like there were going to be a movie for it, pretty stoked about it. Never got a chance to actually watch it because it was on Cartoon Network only.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when it came out, I was like, God freaking suck. Because you know I didn't have Cartoon Network at the time, so I had to wait for it to be like available on platforms and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Cartoon neck beard.
Cartoon Neck
Yeah,
Beard.
Cartoon Neck Beard. But yeah, it was, you know, when I first watched it, I freaking loved the movie. Like before, but like I loved the show. The show was one of my things to watch. There's like a lot of meaning behind the show. I mean, you've
Definitely.
seen it. Jeez.
It does, but like the final villains are kind of shallow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like, there's just the show was great. I assumed the movie was gonna be great, and then when they first showed pictures of Steven, because I remember when we were all looking it up besides Aleksey, because Aleksey was like, nah, I'm not gonna
He
watch
got
it.
slanly taller.
Yeah, he got slightly taller. He actually has a neck finally.
He has a little bit of a deeper voice.
Because remember, as a kid, he has no neck.
Yeah.
And then in the thing, when they first showed the design of Steven, he's like, dang, he grew a neck?
Damn, that's
No more
crazy.
neck?
I thought it was a good recap for those who haven't seen the show
Why is it a recap?
because they can't when they without getting into spoilers, when they kind of have to do certain actions for certain characters, they
Oh.
kind of revisit things from older episodes.
Okay, I see.
Facts.
It was also interesting how the whole episode was essentially a musical.
You mean movie?
The whole movie was a musical. I love the songs. It was really cool to see, like you were talking about Steven grow older, but the villains were a bit disappointing out of nowhere. I'm talking about, well, you guys would probably disagree, but Spinell.
You didn't like Spinell?
I liked her.
I liked her, but I didn't like how she was kind of just thrown in there, but we'll talk more about that.
Was she thrown in there? I thought she was the villain.
Overall, it was a good movie, I thought. What do you guys rate it out of 10?
I already said like a 7 or 8.
Didn't I give it like 6?
I give the movie like an 8.
Yeah, I'm giving it an 8. Critics for Metascore give it a 6.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter is 100%.
What the fuck?
IMDb audience is 7.8, and there's no Rotten Tomato audience score. So the average of all these scores is at 81.66 out of 100.
100?
Why the fuck are you looking up regular show pictures right now?
Well, it's the movie actually, so it's related to.
I just said regular show pictures.
Before we
in the movie, bro.
Before we jump into the spoiler-free review,
Why
like,
is it
comment,
cap-
subscribe. Also check out our podcast. We are most of the podcast platforms. Give a listen to us anywhere, anytime. Now let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion.
Are we on Bing.com?
Let's take it. No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You can search this up.
Um.
Let's take an in-depth review of Steven Universe, the movie. Starting off with Spinell coming to Earth.
I like her character.
So after seemingly reaching peace after years of troubles and battles, Steven and all the gems all relax and sing. Suddenly, a strange machine comes from the sky with a new foe, Spinell. She easily subdues the crystal gems and greatly weakens Steven's power. Then starts her machine meant to wipe out all life forms on Earth. Spinell is a good character, however, I feel like she was randomly introduced. I feel it would have been better if there was some hint to her in the show, but for a movie antagonist, she was very good.
I think there's some like quote unquote hints to her. Well, not her per se, but like
That's gross.
how Pink Diamond's character is kind of like selfish and she just like self-serving. So like I definitely was able to see how
Something like that would
she
happen.
would have left someone like Spinell in a fucking garden by herself.
That
What
is
am I
fucked up.
looking at? Is
You
that the
can
girl
switch.
from
You
Lazy
can
Town?
switch to the internet screen.
I don't know if I want to show this.
Don't show it. That looks like a,
That looks
a
stupid.
low
Look
budget
at the-
porno.
They got Jack
Now
Black
you
in
gotta.
this too.
Now you gotta show it
They
because
got
we're
Jack
talking
Black
about
on here
it.
too.
Now you gotta show it because we're talking about it.
Look at they are right
You don't
here.
have any.
We got Jack Black.
Oh my god. Oh, he's Greg.
Yeah,
Greg Universe.
that's freaking.
Is that supposed to be Gal Gadot? Gadot in
I
the
have no
background with the
idea.
pink hair?
I actually have no clue.
All right. So yeah, what did you guys think about this opening scene where Spinell comes in?
I like
honestly
Spinell's.
was playing Fortnite with you guys when I see showed up, so it was a bit hazy.
I like Spinell's song there.
Yeah.
I've listened to it a fair bit when it first came out, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's a good character, very tragic character. Grew up with loving, and then was just mistreated.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Abandoned for 6,000 years.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. That's how. Yeah, like Jesus was saying, that's how a lot of the Steven Universe characters are. A lot of the gems and
It's
stuff.
depressing?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty depressing.
Like Garnet, which was the fused one, their love was forbidden. They weren't allowed to fuse together. The blue and the red.
Because one was a royal and the other one was just like a fucking soldier.
And then
Cool story,
Pearl, the white one, she was like in love with Steven's mom.
Pink
but,
Diamond.
Yeah, but Pink Diamond didn't love her back. And then
That sucks, man.
yeah, they're all depressing. And then the little purple one, she wasn't
Amethyst.
good. She was I'm just
She was
explaining
like an
that.
orphan.
I'm saying it to him so that he understands it. Yeah, she was an orphan and she was made to be like a soldier, but she was a bad model. Like she didn't come out
Yeah,
well.
she was like defected.
I think didn't she come out? It's because she came out late. Is the
Yeah.
reason why she became because when she erupted from the earth, the war was already over.
The Earth gave birth.
Yeah.
And then Peridot.
Because gems are on Earth. They're all based on gems.
And then
Yeah, I figured
Peridot
that.
was a villain that was basically brainwashed to
Think that,
serve her diamond.
Yeah, these all have tragic backstories.
bro. Like the show, the whole actually Steven Universe, the show, the kid from the kid perspective, it's all pretty good. Like it's entertaining enough.
I think this goes back to Jesus' point about you can have a kids show but still have
Like plot.
deeper meaning.
Yeah.
and
Get
stuff.
rid of the songs.
What?
No,
The songs are good.
No, but you gotta actually watch them. Like the songs, actually, a lot of the songs.
I will
have
not be
meaning
watching
behind
A
the
them.
lot
show.
of the songs are really good.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
not be watching the show though.
Like one of the.
It's not like the whole show's a musical. It's just like there's some episodes spurred out throughout the seasons that have
One of-
songs in them.
One of my favorite.
It's
songs,
like Adventure Time.
One of my
I've never
favorite
seen that
songs from like the show
No,
is
bro.
when Connie and Steven are trying to Connie's trying to get over fear after flipping the kid.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
That's one of my favorite songs
That's like
from the
I
show.
used to listen to that one on loop.
I
Yeah.
know.
Alexi too busy watching garbage like Leprechaun to watch.
I know. That's why he's never watched Our House or Infinity Train yet.
Yeah, you know, instead of watching Owl House, I just started.
No.
What is it?
Stop.
What?
Bright. Like
Full Metal
I
Alchemist
mentioned last
Brotherhood.
time.
Instead of watching Owl House, I just started Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood instead.
That's so fucking stupid. Didn't you already watch that?
No, not all the way through.
All right, so next, Steven getting Garnet to remember who she is. So after Spinel attacks, all the crystal gems, including her, suddenly can't remember who they are. Garnet is no longer fused, so Steven gets some help to try and get Ruby and Sapphire back together. Their relationship was drawn out really well in the series, so here it kind of seemed forced and sudden when they fused again. But Garnet is such an essential character that they kind of needed her to come back immediately, even though she didn't really play much of a role in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You tell when they first fuse, like after they split up and then they come. Like-
Yeah, in the movie, in the show, you got to see all the backstory and stuff about their love being forbidden, and then in this one, it was just kind of like,
I vaguely
I
remember
like
the
how
song
you can
about
predict
that.
the future.
Wasn't
Like
there
I
a
feel
song
the
about that?
setup for like all of these characters having to like relearn their memories thing.
Yeah.
Like it was a little too
The fact that they need
It-
songs to remember their memories.
it went by too fast.
I don't know why I just see that. I looked over like that. There you go.
That's pretty funny.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the entire story.
You gotta switch to the internet screen, man.
Oh,
I'm telling
oh,
you.
shit.
Oh,
I-
shit.
we're not really-
Full
Someone
screen it.
Flip
too.
this
How do-
freaking thing.
Wait, can you full screen this?
Just click on
click on
it.
Double tap, maybe. Hell yeah.
Just click the internet screen.
There you guys go.
Gotta show the audience.
I can't. You're
Exactly.
The thing is blocking it.
So
And I like that Spinel was like kind of like a different animation style. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was still in the
gave me
style.
Cuphead animation
Huh?
vibes. It gave me
It's
Cuphead
called
animation
Rubber
vibes.
Hose.
Yeah, rubber hose animation back in the early days.
Even though it's obviously not the same.
Yeah, next let's talk about Steven getting Amethyst and Pearl to remember who they are. So Amethyst wasn't too much of a challenge for Steven, and I think it's because they had the closest bond. They were both kind of like young and a bit immature characters. So it's easy for them to both relate to each other. However, Pearl needed a whole rock concert to remember, but it was really cool to see Steven and his dad fuse together.
That right there is one of my best scenes in the whole movie. I love that scene. 'Cause
Steven and Greg.
Yeah, because I don't remember them fusing that much. Now that I think about the movie, like I remember Spadell coming over. I don't remember how Pearl got her memory, but when they fuse, they honestly look freaking sick as shit to
Yeah,
me.
dude.
I'm like,
Sick
damn.
shit.
I'm like, damn.
They're an epic,
Yeah, and then
giant.
their
human.
song behind, like the song when they started singing, it was also wicked, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the song way more than I thought it was. Like I thought my favorite song, like from this movie was when Spadell gets to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But now we watched the whole movie because I did rewatch it. I'm like, I love Steven Universe. Fuck it, I'm gonna rewatch it.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched it. I'm like, man, the dad and Steven.
The dad concert,
Yeah, that one
Dragon
was
Steven.
wicked, bro. Like I was not expecting it to be that.
It was really catchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
all these songs are really
Like
enjoyable.
they didn't show many new fusions in this movie, right? I
No.
don't exactly remember. It was just that one.
Yeah, that was a new
pretty
one.
sure.
Yeah, like they did a good job with that compared to the fucking like finale of Steven Universe where they're like, yo, we didn't have any time to fucking show you these fusions, but here they are, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
right as we're fighting the final boss.
Yeah, the ending I feel like for the series was a little
It's a little dull.
let down. A little bit of a
It's
letdown.
huge letdown for me.
I don't know why, but just this scene right like there is like where I enjoyed.
I didn't like his shirt.
What? Why not?
Like, why the fuck is there just a big ass hole right there?
Well, because isn't like the dad's shirt like pretty like undercut more?
I just don't like it, dude. I'm
Trying to show
I'm
off
not
the
saying
manly
that
pecs.
it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying
Trying
I
to show
don't
his
like
pecs,
it.
bro.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Especially
Them hairy chests.
since it's like a kid fused with his dad. Or
well,
whatever.
and this is why when they showed like him first fused like this, I was blown away. I was like, I do not remember the dad being like the dad and son turning into something like this,
Yeah, well,
like that. Like,
Oh, I
what?
forgot about the boy shorts.
Let the dad have his moment.
But no, I was blown away from that. Like I did not remember that, and now I'm like, damn, the dad and son look pretty good. He doesn't look like he's in his 40s or anything like that. He looks like he's in his 20s, 30s.
Because they fused, bro.
Yeah, and in the show, Connie, like the girl who's going to space camp, her and him fused too in the show.
yeah, I like their fusion too.
Yeah, theirs is a pretty nice fusion too.
All right.
story, bro.
Next, let's talk about Spinell revealing her motive for her attacks. So this was my favorite scene. Like many others, Spinell feels wronged by Pink's past doings. She was
As she
abandoned for centuries, which would reasonably cause anyone to be bitter and unloved. She even explained she was taking out her anger on strangers of Earth simply for the sake of being angry. She has a lot of pain in her. And what I like about the series is that a lot of the villains aren't actually villains. They're just characters who are trying to work through their emotions.
I feel like sometimes that doesn't work.
Village and Orange.
Like with the diamonds. Like
Yeah, that
they,
was-
they're very bad people. They've
Yeah.
destroyed entire fucking planets.
But
And,
then,
like, they're
their
like-
reason to attack
And
Earth.
then Steven's like, yeah, no, I want to be everyone's friends. I don't care that you destroyed billions of lives.
I guess maybe it was Cartoon Network's fault. That's what I want to say. I want to give Rebecca Sugar credit. I want to say that it was. I'm just talking out of my ass, but I think it was like Cartoon Network saying, "Hey, yo, you can't have these diamonds killed. You know, that's kind of dark for a show like this."
Killed them.
But
Kill them all.
but they showed killing in that, because don't you remember in one of the episodes he literally stabs through a crystal's
Yeah,
like thing. But I mean, it was only one episode.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I think
I have
after
no
that
idea
one
what they're
episode,
talking
they
about.
they were like, "Nah, you can't do that."
Yeah.
Like I think some of like the messaging is like kind of warped where they just assume like, yeah, you can change anybody to be good.
Can you change
like
me?
everybody can.
It's not
can
as
be
bad as
good.
Naruto though.
Yeah,
to that extent.
Naruto's fucking
Naruto gives the talk jutsu and it
the
suddenly
Tagjutsu.
Talk no jutsu, yeah.
yeah, talk no jutsu, and suddenly all the villains are like, "Oh, you're right, Naruto. I will stop murdering
Yeah,
people." and join
Naruto's
you."
garbage.
that's fact.
No, when that
Naruto's
doesn't
some
work. He
ass.
throws hands.
But yeah, so what do
Like
you guys?
it was done here. It was done well here.
Yeah, yep.
because it was an actual like used to be good person who is, you know, they have some legit reasons for doing the things that they're doing, even if they're not correct.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you guys' final rating for this movie?
6.
7.5.
I'm still gonna go with 8.
Yep, I'm going with 8. So
I had
let's
no idea what you guys are talking about the entire time.
let's read some online reviews. This IMDb audience member gave it a 9 out of 10. The beauty of the regular show simply made into a. Why is this a regular review?
show?
Yeah, I guess they reviewed the wrong movie because I got this from the Steven Universe review. I never clicked on the regular show.
It's
not me, I swear to God. It wasn't me
It's
looking
such a
up
weird
everything.
coincidence that Javier also
I
clicked
know,
on
right?
regular
It
show.
wasn't from me doing anything.
Oh my gosh, we need a bruh sound effect.
Bruh.
Bruh. 10 out of 10. This from Metacritic. 10 out of 10. The music, the animations, the delivery was all on point. It's a musical, so prepare for that. But not a cringy musical. Every song communicated its point and was relevant to the plot. If you've invested into the series, the movie is the embodiment of the artist giving back to us. Highly suggest you watch the series before watching the movie.
This movie is the embodiment of the power of friendship.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, totally.
But they do it in a way that's endearing.
Is it?
I'd say so.
Okay.
What don't you think is
I
good
just
about it?
I didn't enjoy like the music. I didn't like the fact that they sang just to get their memories back. Like that's not how that works, man. Calm down.
All right, this Rotten Tomatoes audience member gave it a 5 out of 5. It's an amazing movie. Everything about this is wonderful. The song, the animation, the love. I had tears in my eyes.
Calm down.
And this Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a fresh. The movie takes all the great moments a 160 episode series has created in 11-minute chunks and mixes them all together, reaching new heights in a full-length film.
You know what I think is funny? I thought was funny. It's not about this movie. But it's when Steven Universe came out, and I saw the design for Steven. I thought he was just gonna shoot laser beams out of his belly button.
That'd be epic.
Was that not what happened?
No, but he does have some interesting powers. Like you saw at the end, his spit can magically heal things.
That's nasty.
Well, that was the mom's ability, because when she cried, she was able to heal anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact,
Bro, get that off the screen.
well, no one's seeing it on the internet, so we're good. Okay.
I don't want to see it though.
All right, check out our previous podcast if you've enjoyed this one so far. We upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated.
Let's go.
Now, time for content we've seen this week. What are some shows
Where
or
does this
movies you guys watched this
Full
week?
Metal Alchemist.
We saw the Kingsman.
Kingsman. Oh yeah, that was
Okay,
great.
we can
Oh,
start with the
fuck,
Kingsman.
this is gonna be so long.
Let me. I don't even have the script ready for. All right,
Was
Kingsman.
it
Yeah.
good or bad?
It was great.
Let's just
It
jump
was
into it.
alright.
Yep. What do you guys rate it out of 10?
I give it an 8.
Oof,
I'm a
I'd give
Kingsman
it-
fan.
I
Okay.
give it a 7.
I agree with you. It's a 7.
This is me.
7.
This is me and Eddie when the movie came
Paige
out.
brought
Pretty
up
much,
some,
yeah.
some points that I was like, yo, I never saw the first movie or the second movie, but like that sounds interesting, and I'm surprised they didn't do something like that in this one.
What I like so much about the Kingsman movie is the time era it's set in.
World War One.
World War One and all the history that they kind of go over quickly. Because I really like history, and so it was cool to see all of that play out on a big screen in an action-packed movie.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, the other two are like a lot more comedic.
Oh man, I don't think I would have appreciated that as much.
Like I said, I don't even look at the second movie. It's not good. The first movie is definitely has comedy. The end credit scene was
Like, how did you like? Paige had to tell me, but like, how the fuck did you never mention that? What the fuck? Samuel Jackson is eating McDonald's and offering McDonald's to people.
oh yeah. That's in the
fucking
second movie.
How did you not fucking mention that?
Because I didn't.
I'd
give
say
it
the
a
first one has some comedy in it too.
First one has comedy in it.
Or
yes,
this one, I mean.
But
It's I don't know, man. The Kingsman, it lacked so much comedy.
I don't think it needed it because it was trying.
for action.
I don't know. It was trying to send like a message that I think it did kind of a good job at.
I didn't like it. I mean, as I'm looking at pictures of it right now, I'm like, oh man, oof. There's some boring
I
shit.
can't
in
even
this
say I watched anything this week. 'Cause, the only thing I watched this week for myself is I watched Criminal Minds. Literally,
Criminal Minds.
That's all I was
Oh
watching.
yeah, you mentioned
What
that.
you think of the Criminal Minds?
Oh, I mean,
series?
I love the series so far. I want to watch so much of it, but then my fiance, she just like, I'm tired after like 5 hours of watching it. I'm like, why are you tired? This is
is my
getting
favorite.
Hours
good.
is a
You're
lot.
Yeah.
fucking psycho for saying.
Reed
This
is my
is
favorite
so
character.
good. I'm like, this is so great, and I just want to keep watching it. I want to watch it all day, all night. I'm just like, this is good.
Binge the Criminal Minds series.
Bro, that's how when I get attached to a show, I watch a lot of episodes. Like I remember when I first started watching Naruto,
Ugh.
and then I got really into it. I would finish like 3 seasons in like a week. Like I would binge through a lot. I would just like
Bench.
yeah, and
Gross.
Bench.
binge.
Binge.
But then like now I don't really find that many shows I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I find a show, it's so sad because I ruin it because I binge it all in one night.
Did you binge Owl House and
Yeah.
Mystery?
Yes,
the
that's
Infinity
it.
Train?
Yes, literally, I binge those too, and I'm like, damn.
Hey, I binged Owl House too. When it's a good show, I'll
I
do
haven't
it.
watched any
Yeah,
of
but
them
that's
yet.
that's the problem. When I find a show like that, I finish it. Then I'm like, what do I do with my life now?
We just gotta like hide clips of the Owl House in like Alexi's room. Like just set up tablets just for him to force him to watch it.
But yeah, like it's just so sad when I finish a show and I'm just like, damn, I'm sad now.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn,
blame
I'm
you.
sad.
Anything else you guys watched? All right, I watched Fight Club because I thought we were gonna watch it, but I was the only one who
I
didn't.
didn't fucking watch it, and I
didn't even
want to
get a-
watch it, bro.
It released October 15th of 1999.
I didn't even get around to watching that either.
Plot: an insomniac office worker and a devil-may-care soap maker form an underground fight club that evolves into much more. Rated R, directed by David Fincher, starring Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. I rated it an 8 out of 10. It was a really well-acted movie, and it had surreal and trippy moments. The twist was hard to believe for me, but I'm sure it made more sense in the book. But I definitely couldn't stop watching once I started watching it. I don't really agree with its anarchistic message at the end, but it was executed in a way that I couldn't help but side with the main character.
I don't really like Edward Norton as an actor.
I don't blame him for that. Yeah, he was definitely awkward in this movie.
What ruined his acting career for me is the Hulk movie, so that's why.
This was before that, though.
Yes, I get that, but this is the first time I saw him in a movie. You know, was in the Hulk movie.
I would watch this movie again, though.
What the fuck, dude?
I also watched Sing again this week before watching Sing 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to skip
Did
that
you,
one.
did you
Since
forget
we already
about
talked
Sing?
about Sing. Huh?
Did you forget about the first movie?
No, May hasn't seen it, so we just watched it together.
Oh, that makes sense.
Next, I watched The Book of Boba Fett, released December 29th of 2021. Plot. The spin-off of The Mandalorian will star Tamura Morrison as Boba Fett and Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shand. Rated TV, 14. Directed by Jon Favreau.
Hey, happy.
He does. Yes, he does. He
He's
also did
happy.
The Mandalorian, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's why when you were saying people didn't like it, I was like, really?
Oh, I remember.
I
That
saw a lot of
reminds
people.
me. I saw Jon Favreau on The Sopranos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in a really like early season,
Oh, so he was
and he was
young?
like hella skinny, and like they're like, yeah, this man's a big time, big shot director, and like, yo, that's fucking Happy.
Hey, happy Hogan. He knows his Star Wars. He did really. I rate this first episode a 9.5 out of 10 for
Really?
me. Yeah,
Maybe it's because you're a Star Wars.
Yeah, as a Star Wars fan.
So
especially a prequels fan. I love the vibe of the whole episode. Like for an average viewer, it may seem like a very slow paced
all right,
episode.
say someone like me was to watch it. If you weren't a fan, how would you rate it?
Bro, you got
If
plenty
I
of things
wasn't
to
a
watch.
fan,
Yeah.
you would probably rate it like a 7.
Cool.
man.
Okay.
Because
Alexi?
it's a slow, it's a slow episode. But if you're familiar with the lore and you've been dying to see this character return, then it's definitely will leave a good impression on you. They do a good job at not making the characters overpowered, and I'm looking forward to more episodes.
But what if we want to see the power?
What the
Well,
fuck
you have a lot
are
of
you
other Star Wars
looking at?
content for that.
Five Nights at Freddy.
Bro,
Security
this is
breach.
a Christian stream.
All right, next up, I finished Hawkeye. It was good, but I'm just gonna brush over that one. And lastly, Harry Potter 20th anniversary
yes.
Return to Hogwarts, released January 1st of 2022. Plot: cast members from all the Harry Potter films reunite in a retrospective special to celebrate the anniversary of the first film, including interviews and cast conversation starring Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Ralph Fiennes. I rate it a 7 out of 10. What about you?
7.5.
Okay.
What movie?
It's not the movie.
Harry
it's-
Potter 20th
Oh
anniversary.
yeah,
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It didn't bring anything new or magical to it. Although I was upset when they showed a certain scene in it because I never got to see that in the movie because it's like a special edition and like
Oh,
the
really?
third
Hey,
movie.
another thing that you fucking.
It was in a third movie, right?
Mhm.
But they never showed it. It's a scene specific to the books.
Oh.
It's when the hippogriff takes off with Sirius Black from
Oh, right.
the place. So
Bro
that's
said he
never
almost
shown-
cried.
No, I never said that. I
He
just
said
saw
he
it.
forced
I said
himself to almost cry.
I tried, but yeah, it did get the movie. The special does get emotional towards the end there,
Mm-hmm.
which was it was touching to see that. So yeah,
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I agree with you. There was a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff, but there was like not much new added.
yeah, it doesn't bring anything new. It's not very.
They also changed
Magical.
topics really quickly.
They do. It's like
They introduced like you have this text for like 30 seconds that's like the beginning, and then
it's like
they
you can
talk about
see
it.
where they cut it off
Yeah.
just to go to the next scene.
And I don't know about you, but I feel like the cast was kind of awkward with each other. Maybe because they had all these cameras on them,
Probably
they were trying to be
trying,
intimate. Yeah, and it's like it's kind of hard to do that when you got a whole studio around you watching you.
That's crazy, bro.
That's wild.
Bro, you know what? So while you were talking, you know what Javier searching these random ass things reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me like when you're in middle school or high school, and they give you a laptop and you don't want to pay attention to class, so you just look up your favorite fucking pictures or whatever the fuck just to kill time.
Dude,
Like you literally just looking at fucking screenshots of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Bro, just get the game already.
I do want to buy it.
You can buy it on PS5.
What do you want? Stupid.
Now let's roll the credits.
Bro. Well, you know what? Before, like, also while you guys were talking about that, I just couldn't help but like think about fucking getting like carne asada fries.
All right.
Because I was thinking back to my Snap memories. I'm like, fuck, I took such a good picture of those fries in Seattle.
All right,
I'm
let's
like,
get
bro,
back-
I could guess.
Let's get back on track here. You guys got any recommendations for any media?
I recommend all the same stuff I always talk about. I don't recommend Pokemon. Pokemon is some mid.
No, it's not, bro.
Pokemon is fucking mid.
Digimon over Pokemon.
Bro, Digimon is fucking dead.
What do you mean?
No,
They
it's
came
not.
back with-
Pokemon killed
Digimon
Digimon.
Cyber Sleuth is a way better game
Dude,
than any
they
fucking
can't-
Pokemon
and the
game.
card
It
game
came
I
out in
hear
the last
about it.
15 years.
Why don't I hear about it?
And the card game is coming back too.
There was a card game?
Yeah, bro. There
Bro,
was a card
Digimon,
game.
Pokemon killed Digimon. It butchered it.
I'm just kidding. I'm a bigger fan of Pokemon.
Exactly.
Pokemon fucking sucks
I just wanted to
ass,
start a
bro.
fight.
Even though I love Pokemon.
Open up YouTube real quick.
You too?
Yeah, because I recommend this YouTube channel called LS space Mark. Yep, it's the first one. So if you just want to scroll through his channel, he basically does like ranking
Why
every
does he
family.
look familiar?
He does
Oh yeah, I saw
ranking
that
every
thumbnail
Family
for
Guy
the-
episode.
Yeah. Wasn't it
ranking-
like 10 hours? or
yeah,
something?
ranking every like Disney movie.
Oh, that's cool.
So
He did
if,
5 hours of freaking Family Guy?
yeah,
There's
he
a lot
ranks
of
every
episodes.
episode.
And yesterday I did a 4-hour stream.
So I really enjoy this. It passes the time at work. I just listen to
Oh, I
this.
should probably
like,
show this.
yeah, I just listen to his content like this 5 hour long content ranking every whatever, and it passes the time. I really like it, and I think he works hard, and you should check out his channel.
Tom and
Yeah, I'll
Jerry.
check it out.
Tom and Jerry over here.
I recommend Super Eye Patch Wolf. He is like a commentary channel who does analysis on stuff that he cares about. Sometimes, you know, it's just like really out there stuff. Like the most recent video I saw from him was that Garfield video where he goes in depth.
Oh, Garfield
Into-
without Garfield, or
Well,
Garfield is
like
tale of
everything,
two
talking
kitties.
about what Garfield is.
It's
you
a
know.
cat.
but what it means and stuff.
It's a fat cat.
You're a fat cat.
I have one, yes.
All right, so now we got to decide the movie for next week. So I looked it up, and there's not really anything new
No, there's
coming
not.
out.
Oh yeah,
So I'm just gonna scroll through, and we're gonna vote on the one right now that we're gonna watch.
bro, this fucking app is some ass.
So we got A Journal for Jordan.
The fuck is that?
I want to kill.
You
Oh.
say that every time. That's the military one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no way. No thanks.
American.
Oh, with Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
American Underdog.
Ugh.
I don't want an
Looks so
inspirational
boring.
movie.
Nightmare Alley.
Clifford's still in theaters, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's wild to me.
Let's watch Encanto.
Yeah, Encanto's on there. We haven't seen it yet.
Licorice,
I actually
licorice
watched-
pizza is
That one-
apparently
I don't wanna watch
good.
that.
That one's only at North though.
I don't
I actually
wanna-
watched Encanto like 6 times already.
What the
All right.
fuck?
I don't want to watch Licorice Pizza. That's
All right,
that
well,
seems boring.
Encanto it is.
Okay.
I've
that
already
works.
seen it.
I
don't
haven't.
fucking
You
care.
may have
We're
seen
gonna
bro.
watch
We
it.
haven't
You're gonna
seen
watch it for a 7th time.
God, man. I'm not.
Well, you don't have to go see it if you already saw it.
No, it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. You can
You
watch
can
it.
watch it
at
at
home.
home, bro.
Well, then you don't have to watch it.
All right, make sure
I
to
thought we were gonna watch something new.
like, comment, subscribe, and there's nothing new.
Let's see.
Bro, we already
We
decided.
just said what the fucking movies
There's
were.
nothing new.
You want to watch the shitty football movie or
No.
the boring looking Michael B. Jordan movie?
I'd actually watch the Michael B. Jordan movie.
Would you go watch it by yourself?
Dang, why are you coming at me so aggressive? Just because you don't like Sing 2?
Man,
Or we can watch Don't Look Up. I think that's on streaming now too.
what the fuck is that? Oh, Belle.
I want to see that one. Yeah.
Oh, when is that coming out?
Which one?
June
Bell.
14th,
B-E-L.
January
Next
14th.
week.
Next week?
Yep.
Oh,
We can watch
be
that.
next week.
No,
That-
we
but-
need one for this weekend.
Yeah, but next week it's either that or freaking Scream, bro.
No,
You got-
I want to see Bell.
but Scream's gonna
That's
be
a
a hot.
Scream live Q&A.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not for this weekend. That's
No,
for
no, but it's still next.
next
Yeah,
weekend.
Scream still
Yeah.
comes out.
So Scream's gonna be the big hot. Like
That
the
says
hot movie.
June.
January.
Yeah, Scream is
Oh,
gonna
it
be
says January. Okay.
Yeah, these
January
are.
14.
So which one are we watching?
So we're watching
wanna see Bell.
Encanto. That's
Alright.
that's not this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. I meant for next.
Okay, yeah.
Why not this one?
That one's only in North and South.
That
is what I
looks so
saw.
fucking boring. You want to go watch that?
Hell no.
All right, Encanto it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Peace.
See ya, bro.
Deuces.